Mike, were you really sick this week? What was the problem?
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's the old goats. I got Ogre with me, Hafa, and we got two special guests tonight. I got Gio and Chris. What up? Gio's with GNP ARROW. If you need any custom heat press vinyl shirts or logos or anything, hit him up. And Chris, he's from the Talking Trash Can podcast. I was on episode 6, I believe it was.
Yeah, the best
so
one.
The Gonzalez Brothers in the house, and we're gonna talk a little boxing
most
today.
Views.
Huh?
That's got the most views.
Is it?
Yeah, for sure.
Hell
The best one.
The GOAT. Heavyweight champ. So we watched this fight yesterday. Ruiz Joshua too. We want to talk a little bit about that fight, a little bit about boxing in general, and then just we're gonna talk a little shit about just whatever's on our minds. So obviously everybody knows by now Ruiz lost. He couldn't come through, and what's disappointing to me, man, about that fight is that like he came in 15 pounds overweight. And he did the classic, like, Buster Douglas, you know, I'm the champ. I'm going to eat everything in my sight. I'm going to win. And then he fell fat. Chris, I know you're a big fight fan like me. What's your take on it?
Well, look, I saw the fight, and my take on it is exactly what you just said. Like, Anthony Joshua's previous fights, you know, some of them were just like that. We were like, this is a boring-ass fight. And the people that he knocked out, some of them were just like okay fighters. So really, this was a test where a guy shows up, knocks him out, he's gonna fight him careful the next time. That's what he did, and he won.
I almost feel like he should have done what he did this fight, the first fight, with a little bit more.
But he did. This is the problem. He did that, and he got knocked out. So he will not do it again.
No, more like a hybrid of what he did in the two, because he was really. I don't want to say he was scared, cautious. Right. The first fight, he was a little reckless.
After feeling the pain, you know, was that first fight, he already knows how hard this guy hits.
Exactly.
And that's what, like he said, even the commentator said, like we talked about earlier, you could see that he was being careful. And then last fight, I think what he did, once he felt that shit, he tried to go toe-to-toe with this guy that's quicker hands, heavy hitter. You can't do that. Any fighter that fights like that, you can't just go toe-to-toe. That's usually when it happens.
He underestimated him,
He did like what everyone says the Mayweather shit, but that's what boxing is about, points. And
I don't have any problem with the way he fought that fight. I have more a problem with what Ruiz did, dude. Like, come on, man, you're the champ.
It just shows that he did, like, if you were like really wanting that championship and that legendary, you would like come to the gym and you're the champ now. You'd be even more prepared. But he felt like he was already like made.
He made it.
Plus, prize fighting. We know heavyweights is boxing,
right?
Okay, and they're boxing like the little guys. Like, what are you doing, guys?
But one thing you can say, all of us don't know, like, who knows? It's hard, probably. Like, none of us been in that situation. When you're in that situation, when you become a champion, you get millions, and you're all over.
It's hard for us.
Anybody.
Yeah.
You get an extra free $20. You're like, holy shit, free anything.
We're paying them,
you get cocky and shit. So imagine,
we're paying them pay-per-view views, man. You gotta get out there and perform.
But when you ever watch the game and you see a buzzer beater, they fuck up the play. You're like, oh man, if I would have done that, I would have done this shit. But like, you don't know that because those 2 seconds go by so fucking fast. So like. Right. It's probably hard to.
Yeah, it's easy to.
It's easy to say, but to do it.
It's our job to criticize them.
Right,
but
I mean, as spectators, though, it's
a lot of money on the line, bro.
You're performing. We can judge you. We're like, hey, you didn't fight like that last fight. Like, hey, what's up with the knockouts, dude? Like,
but then again, when you knock
from
a
a huge
motherfucker
guy,
out, you know how big your balls get. You probably don't give a fuck what nobody says because you're like, I'm the champ. It's like
that's what happened.
So it's hard for him, and that's what happened.
That's what happened to Ruiz.
He said, I could eat all these tacos and I'll still win.
And besides that, who knows how many sponsors and shit he got this whole last year.
He was everywhere, bro.
He's getting everywhere, so he's probably like on the top cloud.
Like, he wasn't hurt. Did you guys see anybody hurt in this fight?
Nobody got hurt.
Nobody was hurt.
I mean, Ruiz got cut early on, but it wasn't a factor.
Ruiz was happy at the post-interview. Like, hey, just happy to be here. Like, that's why he didn't win. He's that guy that he's just happy to be there. Well, he didn't want it.
I mean, and what gets me is now he wants a rubber match. Hey, let's do number 3.
No.
I don't think they should deserve a rubber match.
That's not a rubber match, my man.
He needs to fight Deontay Wilder, Joshua. soon
get
before that
knocked
gets
out.
messed up.
Who wins that fight? Who wins that fight?
I think Wilder.
Yeah, Wilder. Okay.
I doubt
but it'd be
Wilder-
interesting as hell. It'd be the most interesting fight we've
Right.
seen in
At
how
this
long?
In a long
point,
time.
at this
Because
point,
they'll
I'd say
throw
knockout.
blows. They'll
Knock
throw
him out.
blows.
Oh,
Those two
somebody's getting
guys,
knocked out.
those two guys
For
will
sure.
stand in the middle and go toe for toe, and like somebody go down. That's what I
Deontay
like.
Wilder knocked out this guy like video game. Like, I'm just gonna push X right here in this round. He hit one punch and then it was over. Like, that's just incredible, man. That's what we wanted these guys to do, and they were running around like welterweights, like 168-pound guys.
And you know what? I hate that as much as
Those are
everybody else
heavyweights.
does, that dancing around shit. But you know, one time I hate Mayweather, right? He's cocky as shit. But one
I
time I
love
heard him
Mayweather.
say
TMT.
something. I heard him
Shout
say
out-
something.
Shout out to TMT.
Yeah,
Love
no,
it.
Boring, dude.
Shout out to
Boring.
Mayweather. Before I got there, I was trying to give him props because one day in the interview he said,
But he's
he's
smart.
like, why am I gonna
Tactical.
stand and get hit in the head? And he's like, that's why boxers like can't even talk when they're older and they fucking all fucked up speech impediments. He's like, why do I want to get hit? Because you want to see that shit. He's like, boxing's about winning. He's like, I'm gonna avoid and win.
What was
these
his
fights.
first name before Money May?
Pretty
Pretty boy.
Pretty boy, you're not gonna hit me. I'm pretty, man. Like,
Well-
I'm pretty boy Floyd. Nobody hits my face. Like, to be a boxer and have that means you're good, man.
Joshua quoted him. He goes, "Remember what Mayweather said, or something like that. It's the art of hitting and not being hit."
Right.
Which is
Think
Because
about it. Think
technically,
about
that's
it.
what boxing
Think
is.
about it.
We
What
just-
what did we
UFC's
want? We
fucking
wanted
with
him
us.
to knock people out, and we wanted.
Yeah.
But think
it's
about
not
what
going
he did,
kill
man.
yourselves. It's it's boxing. It's a
One-
sweet science, man. It's
Yes,
like
it is.
One thing about all this stuff that I like is that the heavyweight division is back.
Hell
We
yeah.
got Wilder, Ruiz, fucking that. What's that guy?
It's exciting.
Fury, Tyson
Well,
well, we
Fury.
got Wilder and Fury coming up.
Tyson Fury.
Even if
Wilder.
Fury and Ruiz fight, because technically they're the two losers.
Who wins
and
that
then
fight? Who
Wilder
wins
should-
Tyson Wilder fight?
I think Wilder. You know why? I
Wilder.
doubted Wilder for a while because he was like Triple G. They don't have the best style. They get hit a lot, but when they hit somebody,
He's just bone
the
crusher.
opponent feels that shit, and once he
What
hits
do you
him,
think? What are you saying? What
What
are
do
you
you
guys
think?
saying? Tyson
I
Fury.
would like Tyson Fury to win, but I don't know, man. I gotta
Tyson
go.
Fury is good, man.
Yeah, I mean the
He
way he
gets
got up
boxed.
from that.
I feel like they
And he's
deserve
When
it.
he got knocked
They
down
deserve
and
it.
he got
Did they
up,
fight
man. I
twice?
mean, I don't think
No,
anybody
the
was
second
gonna-
fight's coming
And
up
then
in
he won that
February.
round.
Wilder?
Unless you snort
Yes,
a,
no.
a
Yes,
kilo
Fury
of
Wilder's
coke.
coming up in February, part 2.
The guy
Yes.
got up like
That's-
Walking
Yeah,
that
Dead.
can go either
did.
way.
Listen, he made a good point. Tyson Fury gets hit. He waits till the 9th second, and
And
he does the Wolf of
Undertaker's-
Wall Street. Takes a line of coke, and
Undertaker.
he's up. Like,
Boom.
where's Party at?
They say he got knocked
And
out.
then he won the round after that. Where as soon as he gets up, he won that round right there by hitting. I don't know what is it,
I
left or
it
right.
was
He hits
just like-
Wilder, backs him up.
I've
Yeah,
never seen
yeah.
anything like. I mean, I've been watching
That was a
boxing
great
my
fight.
whole
He's a
life.
gypsy.
That's
He's a
what I was
gypsy.
saying though. When he got up, he dominated the rest of the fight. He didn't
Yeah.
look like he was knocked out and getting hurt. Like he got
He
up.
eliminated a 10-8 round and
Yes.
made it a 10-9 maybe. And it was a draw, wasn't it?
Yep.
Was it a draw?
Yep. And he got knocked down
But-
twice, and he still made it a
He's
draw.
that Brad Pitt guy from
But Wilder,
Snatch.
to
Like,
me, I don't think Wilder wasn't
Mom's kinda
dominating
like-
that
You
fight.
can't understand
You
what
think
he's saying.
Wilder was dominating that fight? I felt like Tyson was
No,
winning.
he was losing that fight.
He was doing like what was that guy? Sergio Martinez and Chavez.
They
When,
were
like,
at,
he
they
was
were
beating his
maybe
ass and
even.
Chavez
I
knocked
could
him
call
out
it
the
maybe
end.
even before the 10th round. It could have been back and forth, but
Right.
then maybe Tyson Fury might have won a couple of rounds there. But I'll take the draw because that knockdown.
I thought it was a good draw.
It was a good call. Normally
Dropped
draws I
him,
hate.
man. He
Yeah.
dropped
bro, he
him,
dropped
The
man.
fact that he got up and he, Fury's a big guy, but he moves like a little guy. So I thought it was an awesome fight. And
That's a 1 in a million.
It's also the era
chance
of
to
these
get up from
fucking.
that shot,
You know what
man.
it is right now too. The era of those out of shape fighters, bro. You see out of shape fighters all the time. UFC, boxing, and these fuckers
They're like baseball
they usually
pitchers.
win.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, these dudes are the ones you look at like, yeah, he's gonna lose, and they fucking knock people out all the time.
especially in
It's
the
crazy.
heavyweight division.
Yeah, man, it's good that they're back.
Oh,
So-
it's good to see them unifying the belts, which we all been wanting since Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You know, like they're everywhere. And Deontay Wilder said he wants them all together.
I had an era where I stopped watching boxing, and I probably just started watching again recently, maybe a couple years ago. Are you the same? Just started getting back into it, or you never left, or
you know, man, I'm like that guy that's like, I don't cheat on my girl, but I still look at girls. Like, I've still been watching boxing, man.
So maybe you weren't watching, but you were reading or keeping up with it.
But I think metaphorically he felt
who has
like
the
you-
belt at least.
Yeah.
I would at least Google and be like, who's got the IBF right now?
Right.
Who's-
I was
like,
just
you have
like-
to.
I'm exactly in that same
Yeah,
point
yeah.
too.
But I was like,
But I don't
you,
know the prospect. I
I,
only know this Gonzalez kid. What King Ray? What's his name?
the
Have you
new
seen
little
that guy?
Mexican kid, he's fast
That little
hands.
Mexican guy that Golden Boy has. He's like 17 or something like that. He's like
I think I saw him
Ray.
fight.
Is it Ray?
Garcia, ain't it
Ray
Garcia?
I think it's
his
Garcia,
name.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's nasty.
King Garcia. That's him. He's good.
But what
So
about
you know
the
that
other-
makes you want to Google and look up.
What's up with what's that Mayweather's protege? That little fast dude.
my God.
He's fighting now.
Javante Davis
Davis,
is
he's
gonna
pretty
fight.
good. He's
fighting my boy from
Ortiz
Cuba.
Gamboa.
Yeah.
Mayorkis. But you know what? Mayorkis, once he lost that last one, he hasn't been the same.
He's over the hill now.
Yeah, he was dope. And then after that,
But I want to see he's a real fighter.
He's dangerous.
And we'll see
So
how
dangerous.
good Gervonta Davis is
He's
when
dangerous,
he fights Gamboa.
This is like, you know what this is? For you guys to put it in your head, like, okay, I get it. There's a chance. It's Zab Judah against Mayweather. You're like, hey, oh. You're like, at the beginning, you're like, oh, this might happen. And he landed a couple of shots, and then it was over.
Right.
That's going to happen. Mosley, Mayweather. Hey, you never know.
We'll see.
This is Gamboa versus Gervonta Davis. They're equally in height and speed. Like, they're there, man.
I don't think he has great defense, though, Gervonta Davis. But from what I've seen, so like,
does a lot of the.
that's how I felt about
We're
like
gonna
Triple
find out.
G and
TNT, man.
Wilder.
Shout
Like
out
I felt like
TNT,
they're
give me a
super
call.
strong. Like Wilder and Triple G were strong, but I've never liked the way their style is because they take a lot of hits. But one thing that helps them once they do land, the opponent feels
you're talking about Wilder?
Wilder and Triple G.
But-
And I've always said that about Triple G. And look, now it's showing like his skill. He didn't have enough skill to beat Canelo because Canelo brought the boxing skill. But that power didn't work when you can't get in there. Same thing with Ruiz. Like, who cares if you get hit hard as fuck if you can't get in there? So Joshua might get Wilder because Wilder's looking for that one.
You have to have
and then if
power.
Joshua keeps your ass away, he never lets you get in position to do that one, you might lose because you don't have the rest of the skills because you're the bomb squad. Like, that's what Joshua could benefit, like Mayweather and all these dudes that do that dancing and boxing because that's what boxing really is at the end of it all. Like,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
think that's
classic-
why also the division of
The classic boxing fight to watch is the guy running away and the other one stalking him.
Sugar Ray Leonard
Right.
moving fast. You know what I'm saying?
Using the
But
ring.
those are boring fights.
Right.
We don't want to see
No,
those
boring
fights.
fight would be two guys boxing each other and just dancing around and not throwing barely any blows. You know?
No, it's both of y'all
So
right.
what you're saying could be exciting if he catches a guy. If he
Right.
never catches him, it's Ruiz Joshua.
Right.
Nobody liked that. Nobody wants to
Right.
see that again. But the thing about Wilder that you're saying, you got to remember, he's relatively new to the boxing
Right,
game.
he's very
old.
new.
He's a strong guy, bro.
Oh my God.
Look,
how it is.
look, Mike watching these
I haven't seen
fights,
anybody like him.
I was telling you guys I was watching Tyson's fights.
Since Mike.
If you watch all of Mike Tyson's fights, aside that he had power, he had extreme, like, excessive human power because he had hard life, you know? He would take 2 or 3 punches right before he get in there,
Right.
and then it was over. But he would take them. You see it on tape. Pop, 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 but boom. But Ruiz tried that, and he was
Right.
just doing everything but landing, but he was taking the punches because you got to take the punches
Right.
to get in. But you don't have power, you can't fight like that.
He lost speed with the extra 15 pounds. He was probably
Right.
Sluggish.
perfect. Yeah, he looked slow.
But Mike Tyson too. The reason he had to always get in was he was so short compared to
yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that helped out. Lower center of gravity.
Yeah.
A lot.
Inside game.
Makes the big guy go down.
Your
like-
inside game and your short arms, you're killing that guy. You hit him faster than.
Real quick, I want to go back to it. You told me you were kind of cheating and reading up.
Yeah.
Where were you at? When did you start watching boxing again? Lately, or
Fortunately, because of my brother's love for boxing and like
very easy to get back into it?
I've always
He
been
watches
connected.
what I watch.
You know
Over
what it
there,
is?
It's like he's watching it.
I don't watch.
Gio, come here. Look
I'm
at
not
this
so
guy.
in tune, but the good I know everything because he'll come in like, you haven't heard of this guy, and I see. He
So-
puts me on before fights come. I already know the back scoop.
So
and I
you're
know-
following his lead on
right.
this
I'm
sport.
just
right?
like with music. I fell in love with music because this guy was. Imagine I'm like the baby of the crowd, so I'm like 4 years.
You're like a
behind.
young goat, not exactly a young
I'm
buck.
a young buck. A young buck for these old goats.
Chivito,
Young
go
goat,
Chivito.
young goat.
So I have the mind of an old goat, but you know what I'm saying, a young buck at heart. But that's what I've been beneficial with my brother. He's very into the fighting world with UFC or boxing. So I've always been in the loop, but I never really. It's like politics. My brother keeps me in the loop, and I act like I don't care. But because
Obstacle
all my
course,
knowledge
drink
comes
it.
because he gives a shit. You feel me? So
I hear you.
I hear him and I act like I don't give a shit, but I learn all these boxes. I know motherfuckers
Right,
before
right.
they blow up. So I've
Gio,
been.
Gio's been around where I've shown him Miguel Cotto. Like, look at this
Right,
guy.
right.
Miguel Cotto. Like, whatever. I don't care. And then years later, it's Miguel Cotto.
Right.
Like, HBO is my favorite. I mean, you guys grew up HBO boxing.
Right, right.
Like, yeah, come on.
You know what good-
Well, we're all
Ted
similar
Lander.
age. That's why I'm asking this question. How about you? Like, I know when we were younger, everybody, right? You two
Right,
probably.
absolutely.
I used to watch a lot of boxing with my own man.
That's where I come
Dad-
from.
My dad,
yeah.
my dad was a huge boxing
At what
fan.
point did you stop watching boxing?
Probably when he left the house. I
Which
stopped
is-
watching. I was around 17 years old.
Shit.
And then I kind of
there was a lot of good boxing.
I
I'm
mean,
sure
I
you-
got back into
You
it.
saw the Holyfield era.
But I used to be
Lennox
like-
Lewis
You know what happened,
era.
Randy?
I
It was
used
like,
to be-
famous, popular ones most
Yeah.
people see because it's
Right.
like popular.
But I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened because at some point around 2000,
transition
Well, I just-
period.
MMA, right?
I think it was like
MMA.
kind of like baseball, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, you know, like it was like a traditional like pastime or a traditional
It's an
sport.
old ass sport.
And
Good
then it
players
just
die. You need the youngs to
yeah, like
Be the OGs.
the younger crowd,
Right.
you know,
And you
wants
need the-
more action.
the younger
more
crowd to
this,
make you get
know,
back
so-
into it. Like
Yeah.
I feel like you, like I got away from boxing, but I never stopped. Just like comics. Like,
I would read
I
every
stopped
once
reading
in a while.
comics, stopped watching the fight, but I never stopped watching the fights. I never stopped being in the loop of comics, but I wasn't reading them like I was, and I wasn't into the fights. And then, like I said, the division's back. The love for like there's good fighters again. So like boxing's coming back because UFC did take a lot of the light away.
A lot of it.
Every UFC
Huge
fight.
portion of it.
Yeah, like champions don't last in UFC. You know that some shit's gonna go down. Like,
When we were at your guys' place, and we were watching the Canelo fight, I didn't realize it at the time. I asked one of you guys the next day, I'm like, why did they delay the start of the... That's when I realized, like, I knew already MMA is way bigger, but that's like really like a big freaking indictment on how much more popular. They stopped Canelo from coming out. And he said, now, I'm not going to let them do that. You know, they held him back like an hour or more
Right.
They
from
wanted
coming
the
out.
views, man.
So they
wanted
could
the
wait
views.
till that MMA,
Right.
The UFC
Masvidal,
president,
and,
Dana
I knew the people were pulling away from the
Dana
Yeah.
White told them, he came out at a press conference, he said, you guys are crazy to go on the same night as
Yeah.
a UFC main
Yeah.
card, where you're going to get...
it was
It's tough for boxing right now, but it gets... The blood is still pumping.
What's
man.
happening now is
nothing
bringing
like a good
boxing back.
heavyweight fight, title fight.
I mean, think about it. When's the last... Before Mike Tyson, who was the last guy that was doing that? Rocky Marciano, maybe?
Yeah, Wilder's
Maybe?
the first guy
Maybe?
since Tyson doing the same shit. The only
Now you got
difference
a
is he's
Deontay
going
Wilder.
longer rounds.
Look how long those gaps are.
Big gaps.
You just have to keep watching because they show up.
Yeah, when I was a kid, like in the early '80s to late '80s, fucking the middleweight division was awesome.
Murdering. They were murdering the middle of the weight
You had
division.
Roberto Duran,
Everyone.
Marvin Hagler,
Pryor.
The one thing with
Sugar Ray
Wilder,
Leonard,
Leonard.
Raymond.
yo, yesterday I was showing
Did you say
somebody who
Hearns?
did it.
Yeah, Hitman.
Tommy
Hitman.
Hitman
Hearns was a heavyweight,
Hearns.
so-
Yo,
No,
yesterday I was showing
was in there
somebody who
with these
didn't
guys.
know about Wilder, right?
Wait,
Hearns
Right.
was
Yeah.
Hearns fought Sugar Ray and
And
I think
Hagler.
Hagler.
Got knocked out by
Yeah.
Hagler.
Yeah, sure.
Yo,
The only-
yesterday I was showing somebody who hadn't seen or ever heard of Wilder, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I played like the highlights. And
Isn't
like,
it amazing to show somebody that shit?
bro, when you see, I forgot. So when I watched it, bro, he killed, like, people die in the ring. Like,
It's
they,
like-
he doesn't knock them out 1, 2, 3. They,
It's like he punches somebody and then his hand comes out.
no,
this
but when
side
they
of
go
their head
down,
and
when they
shit.
finally go, it's not like
What's
a
his
10
record?
count. They get up, like, they're
I think he's
41.
40-0-1 or
Did a-
41-0-1.
41, and then
the draw.
he always has one knockout less in his fights because that guy that he knocked out, he rematched him and knocked him out. So it really, he did knock everyone out.
But
But
when
he's
he-
never
but
fought
when-
against,
crazy.
right?
But what I'm saying is when he knocks him out, it ain't like 1, 2, and the guys get up and then we call it like.
No, the
when he
referee
knocks
goes
them
like this right away.
They're out and the pose like they're raising his hand. The motherfucker's still
Yeah,
on
he
the
has heavy
ground. Like
hands.
he kills
You had that
them. Like,
uncle
they
that
die
shakes
in
your
the
hand. You're
ring.
like, God damn, you almost crushed my hand. He has to have that, man. He has that punching power.
He has
That's
crazy
why
power.
Tyson Fury was the first one that showed like, hey, like, you weren't winning this fight. You got.
I want to
lucky
buy
you
a
knocked him out.
caravan for my mom. Like that gypsy got up, bro. Like,
Going back
I like
to
him,
my
man.
point, out of shape
He's
looking
cool.
Yeah, he's
athletes
one
are the
of my
ones coming
favorites,
up
man.
now. Like
Yeah.
those out of shape ones are surprising people, man. Like that Butterbean.
He has a
always-
crazy story, bro. All the drugs he did and
No,
all
and
that.
does-
For
Oh, like,
3
I
years.
just-
somebody
Remember I
like
just
sick
sent you
in
the
his
link?
family.
that the guy donated his whole purse to the homeless.
Ain't somebody sick
All the
in
money
his
he made
family?
in the
That's why he's
fight,
like very
he donated
motivated,
to
like
the
Fury, Tyson Fury.
Um,
Hey, tell me this ain't one of the best things that happened in boxing after Larry Merchant. Max Kellerman is the truth, man, because the way he interviews people, he don't hold
I
back.
love
He asks
Max
the questions
Kellerman.
we've always wanted, like what we ask at the house watching the fight that Larry Merchant never asked.
but
Max Kellerman is that dude.
I find boxing, those post-fight boxing guys, to be the most hard-hitting of anybody. Jim Gray used to ask shit.
Oh, yeah.
Larry
Yeah,
Merchant,
you have
you know, he
to,
got
man.
into it. They ask the questions, bro. Like, they don't let shit, like in other sports.
Mayweather fucking told off Larry Merchant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But Larry
you know,
Merchant,
you
like,
know
you
shit
look,
about
but Larry
boxing.
Merchant was like, yo, if I was younger, like,
Yeah, if I was 50,
Oh, I
if I was
remember that.
30 years younger, I'll
like
kick
no, you
your ass.
wouldn't.
no,
No, you
you
wouldn't.
wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You get whooped
No, you
too.
wouldn't. Kick your ass.
But
That's what I was thinking. I was like, no, man.
That's one thing I don't like, that like they need to do kind of like the NBA, like kind of restrict them from being so like fucking shout out after post, like they'd be like cursing like, yo, what the fuck, my nigga, all the bullshit there, like keep it more
Yeah, like the
professional,
UFC,
like
they
golf.
don't try that shit on Joe Rogan.
Right. No, but
Joe
even in
Rogan will
UFC,
fucking
they're
stink
starting to
kick
bring
you.
balls
that
was hot.
ghetto
They
ass
said that one
shit.
time.
They're bringing that ghetto ass shit like too much to the hype and the bullshit. Like they're always fighting before the fights and like it's all
Talking about the
marketing.
after party and this and screaming.
yeah, and they
shit.
curse and all.
Yeah.
Like keep it more professional. I like the fighters that are real. Like Joshua
You know what it
showed
is?
like
You know
good.
what it is?
He's a respectful, classy guy.
There is professionalism in fighting, but it's chaotic. It's brutal.
It's hard.
Gio.
It's hard to
After
be.
they beat the fuck out of each other, they want to scream and say all that shit.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of that, what do you
It's
guys
like
feel?
still bleeding.
Me and my brother were
warrior.
talking about this the other day. How do y'all feel at UFC
The
when
warrior, man.
someone gets hit and you see them go down paralyzed, and then they do those
They
3
should
extra
stop it there,
punches,
bro.
Yeah.
right? Those we were
You
having
know how
that
you
talk the
fix
other
that?
day.
You know how you fix that? You fix that like you fix flopping in the NBA. You can give you a warning. You do that shit again, I'm gonna charge you $15,000.
Yeah.
You're not gonna want to pay. You'll be cautious. You know how I know you can do it? Look at the girls. A lot of girls do that too, but most of the girls
More respectful.
Yeah, bro, they don't go. They don't try to drop the knee right after the bitch is
mean,
out.
When you see the guy cold and they hit him like that's
most of the time,
Yeah,
like
that's-
with the training and stuff, and like it's just like
Hard to
instinct.
stop. Hard to stop.
That's what I was telling him.
They don't even probably see the guy's arms
Right.
go up.
They're
That's
black.
like a
They get
bulldog.
tunnel
Like a
vision.
pit
Yeah,
They
yeah.
get tunnel vision, dude. The minute that guy's back hits the floor, all they want to do is jump on top of him and pounce him.
Yeah,
Dude, and
it's
be-
kind of like when someone scares you, you're like, ah, you hit someone. Like, yo,
Exactly,
what
it's
the
like
fuck?
a
My bad,
reaction.
bro. It's
So how you gonna blame a guy for reacting?
Yeah, you're
know,
an
and-
animal.
Masvidal said it best. He's like, hey, bro, my job is to keep hitting until the ref pulls me
It's
off.
the
That's
ref's
it.
fault.
Yeah.
The refs gotta jump
And
in.
leading
Right.
into it, the whole week you're talking shit about each other. Now you got them on the floor.
But
You
most of
got an
that shit's
opportunity.
Hollywood, though.
A lot.
Yeah,
Is it? Is it?
You know,
But
yeah,
no,
you talk
but
shit
it still
about each
gets
other.
you.
You
Yeah,
get in
but
each other's
it still
face and
gets
you
you.
go eat a dead
Exactly.
omelet.
I agree with him though. Like even if you're homies and someone says shit,
It don't
might
matter.
fuck
It's
with you
competitive.
still.
It's
Like you still
competition.
get bothered.
Even in basketball and
That's all for
sports,
the
you want to
ratings.
kick his ass.
No,
and
man,
It
that's
is.
another job.
It is.
know.
But when you hear some shit, and it's for the ratings.
I mean,
still
sometimes
like,
they'll cross
guy.
the line,
You know?
Hell yeah, you know
They'll be
how
like, oh,
we're
your
all
fucking
dudes,
wife's
bro.
a whore.
We all
Or
have
some shit.
pride.
Yeah.
You
They're
know?
selling the pay-per-view most of the time.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you this question. When did you stop watching boxing?
Stop like 93, 94, 95 around there.
Dude, what I think really like hurt the whole thing is obviously the downfall of Tyson and
Don King.
the
The rise.
well,
of
he was there a
UFC.
long time during good times.
The rise of Dana White, I think, was the main influence. that
MMA,
affected
but I
us.
think the Klitschko brothers, who were boring to watch fight and held all the titles and were never going to fight each other because they were brothers,
Yeah,
that
promised their
kind
mom.
of killed. It just made it boring, dude. They had the
The
belts.
lack of talent.
that-
dude.
but-
There was
but-
no,
but at the end-
there was no superstar.
But it
power,
sucks
man.
because they
That's
were the
the thing
only
right there.
ones in that division, so it was like it was hard. They got kind of defaulted to blame on them, but like who else was around? Like there was nobody.
It's the transition period, like what he said.
was the
earlier.
Mosley,
Like,
Mayweather,
they're this
Judah
old, so
era.
like you can't. Mosley can't. De La Hoya can't keep going. Roy Jones can't keep going. Like so, the young kids have to do this 20-year period. They grow up like or 10-year, and then now you're still look. Canelo's on the top of his game, but he came out a long time ago.
Did you guys
He fought
know when he
Mayweather.
when did he start fighting? I always
No,
like to ask you these
he was
questions.
young as hell.
15 years
15
old, dude.
years
Like
That
Mike
was his
Tyson.
first
I mean,
professional
that's-
fight in Mexico. 'Cause
That's the way it is.
that's
though.
insane.
Julio Cesar Chavez, when he came here and
must have
became,
1,000
he
fights,
was
bro.
pro. He already had like 100 and something fights.
Hey, wait a
bro.
second, wait a second. You bring up something that I need to find out about. His kid came out and started boxing. I saw him like in 95.
Yeah.
was
He's fighting
good.
now.
Freaking amazing.
On the 20th.
I'm
Was,
watching him.
but you know what?
Chavez
happened to
Jr.
him?
Jewelers.
You know
He
what?
had like his reflexes.
You know
were
what his
insane.
problem was?
He's
like
fighting
the,
2 weeks
the
from now.
Ruiz shit. He was a nigga that, like I don't train,
He
I
likes
don't
the
work out.
limelight.
I just show up and fight. He was like kind of
Hollywood
Jake the
son.
Snake of the boxing. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't train, do that.
Yeah.
Just goes in. He thought that could work. It worked
Here's
good
what
enough.
happened. Here's what happened.
I
Look,
saw him at the beginning of his career. He looked amazing.
Correct.
He did, but that
correct.
shit didn't last too long. Like
He dropped an important like training regimen, and then he was
Sergio
fixing his
Martinez.
fights. He was fighting these plumbers
Tomato
and
cans and shit.
Yeah, and then he fought his first
Sergio.
Martinez. I
He
believe. it was
almost
his
did.
first.
He almost repeated his
got
dad's
it, but
history.
you right there, he learned like shit. I'm not elite.
Right.
Holy shit, it's just my name. Then he did another fight. He got knocked out, I think, or something. But
He was just like
And
What was that
Zach.
other guy?
Yeah,
Prince,
What's the Indian
Prince
dude?
Hasim
Skinny Indian
Ahmed
dude?
or whatever.
Prince?
The Prince Nassim.
Ahmed.
Yeah.
He was the same as
Yeah,
Zach Judah. They came
talking
out
about
dope.
it.
They were
Love that
flashy,
guy. Yeah.
but once they got rocked,
Right.
like Roy Jones,
I
they
think
never
that guy
came
only
back.
had one loss, and he
That's it.
retired
He
after.
retired.
it
yeah.
was Marco Antonio Barrera who beat him. One of the greatest
You know,
Mexican
hey, I don't know if
fighters.
this has anything to do with it. He always used to flip in the ring, and that fight that he lost, he slipped and he didn't
Nah,
slip,
that has
and he
nothing to
walked
do with
it.
it.
No, I know, but you know,
It's
like
called
super,
magic.
What are you,
Magic
superstitious,
time.
bro?
Who is it? Hey, anybody watching sports? Who is it? Don't tell me y'all don't wear that jersey, that
It's
sock,
just to make
that
you feel better,
traditional.
but it
Come on,
didn't do-
all of us watch sports.
It's
We all
to
have
make
like
him feel better.
It's because I wore this jersey, the Heat lost.
Yeah,
like,
but the
no,
universe didn't do that
motherfucker.
for him. The universe didn't make him
I've tried
do it.
everything in the
But
Dolphins
tell
have
me
not
that all
been
of us-
Made him
successful.
feel better. Made
But
him
tell
feel
me
better
all of us
jumping
in any sport, maybe not boxing, any sport, like it's because like see, it's because you fucking we watched it, we changed the channel that we lost. Like we're all superstitious when it comes to sports.
Right, but it makes you feel good.
Of course, we wanna be involved
We
in
can
the
all
reasoning.
agree that there's no
Yeah.
magic. That's why he lost.
for sure.
No.
Because you can't explain that. That's super tough.
Hey,
Yeah, that guy
do
was
you-
like super.
He
unorthodox.
lost because he's too confident, and
Yeah.
he fought Marco Antonio Barrera. Like
And
he
anybody,
was out.
and anybody,
anybody.
there's still not been no legend that does the not blocking, is just ducking, dodging, boxing swings that becomes a legend. No one's lasted because that's their
No.
skill. Everybody does that eventually. Roy Jones, they're gonna
Someone
get popped,
catches
it.
dog. You can't have your defense being like,
Hey,
oh,
Roy Jones
oh,
Jr. Roy Jones Jr.
Man, there's a guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name right now. He's from Argentina. That shit you were doing, he would do that, man.
And
This
where is he
old-
now?
That's the
No,
guy
he's
that
dead.
killed his
Because that
wife.
shit
No,
didn't
that's
work.
Carlos Monzon, and that guy was a
Because that
badass
shit don't
fucking boxer.
last,
dude.
bro.
This guy was another good guy from Argentina. Man, I hate to say this. I'm gonna ask you to put a little video of this guy at some point.
Yeah, I can do that.
I'm not gonna do it anymore the rest of the show. But put it.
Insert now.
This dude would stand there and like you'd see the guy throwing punches and he would just like move, boom, boom, back. And then everyone
Head
he
movement,
had
head
no
movement.
power. He had no power. He had head and
Mike
waist
Tyson's
movement.
one of the greatest
But
head
that,
movements.
yeah, but
Yeah, we did the
that was what I
peekaboo.
was
I
just
can see
saying.
it right
Like
now,
that,
man.
that won't last
Target, bro,
forever.
it's moving. Where's
He
it
did it
at?
for a long time, but he had no
Right.
power. That was his
That was
downfall.
my whole thing. Like nobody
big
has
fucking
done that
downfall.
move
But
has ever
he's
gone.
considered one of the
Who?
greatest.
Who?
I cannot remember the guy's name. He's from
Because he's not
Argentina. I'm gonna look it up right now.
because he's not one of the greatest.
Yeah, they call it
because of that move,
$1 million
he's literally become one of the
move.
greatest.
$10
We'll call him Voldemort because we don't know his name. We don't
I'm
know
gonna
his
tell you
fucking
his name in a
Hey,
minute.
so while you're looking that up,
Yeah.
do you know about? Talk to me about the origin of boxing. You know how it started?
name. Yeesh,
Oof, I don't know that
kind
shit.
of hard. I don't
I don't
know
know.
too much.
I just
about
wanted to do that.
My origin was
Paul
Mike
and
Tyson
Hamilton.
punch
It
out.
started from towns, man. My town's better than your town. We got a thug over here who can
I'm
kick
pretty
your ass.
sure.
Like
That's how
American
it started.
boxing.
Yeah.
Is American
I was gonna say the
boxing-
Sumerians were the first ones in that
somebody
started
look
this
up-
hand-to-hand fighting, but
Did
you fucked
boxing
me up
start
there,
in
man, 'cause it goes
America?
way back.
Bro, and everybody rallied. Like the whole town was like,
Yeah,
all right,
town
fucking
against
Randy
town. I
can
can see
take
that.
fucking
I can see
Ralph.
that going.
Hey, that's a good thing. We should Google. Is it an American thing that started, or was
No.
it somewhere else, and then it
No,
got
it has its origins
from another country?
way back in the day,
That's something we should
but
look up.
it's been modified. You know, like it's been
What you got?
modified to boxing.
I got the
You guys
guy's
go-
name. Nicolino Lacci.
Nicolino
Yeah, it sounds like a guy
Lacci.
Yeah, it sounds like he didn't become legendary.
Yeah.
Dude,
Sounds like a guy
when
that
you
laid a
see
plate
this
of butter
guy,
puff.
We're
Sounds
gonna
like
have to Google
sounds
that.
like Andy Ruiz.
dude, just sometimes just a little, he would like that. You know, like quarterbacks that have good pocket presence that aren't really
Yeah.
fast. Like Marino had it,
Let
right?
me see that.
Marino he had like one leg and the other one was, but he would just like slide a little bit sometimes and the guy would fall. This guy was like that, just a little move here or there.
Yeah, I see
and,
that.
And then like they couldn't touch him, bro. There was a guy who quit a fight against him because he couldn't hit him. You know how they call him usually throw in the towel because they're getting beat up? This guy threw in the towel frustrated that he
frustrated.
couldn't hit him.
My guy's frustrated. Throw the
The
fucking
thing is,
towel in.
I'm gonna put this video out there, but
You got to.
I'm thinking that these are just some of the best of his moves. He's got to get rocked once in a while.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yes, every once
Of
in a
course,
while.
the
but
highlights are like Instagram. You only see the good shit.
Right,
You don't see
right.
Listen, we
rest
know-
of
Put this up for
we
everyone.
know-
He's considered one of the best defensive boxers.
We
of all
kind of
time.
know already because we have a pretty good era of boxing.
We're in a
Of
renaissance,
what
right?
works.
I think so.
Yeah,
Right now.
I believe so, man.
What do you mean, like we're in a
It's not
renaissance?
done.
Like
the
it's
birth,
coming
bro.
back.
It's
Like
start.
the beginning
the
of
birth,
like-
the rebirth.
Yeah.
What that means.
Yeah.
Look, here's what I'm
just
saying.
educated.
We've already seen boxing for a while, right? So if you had to pick what works, what makes a good boxer, what you already know what you got to do. That ain't gonna work. You've never seen the champ.
But if you have that and you can hit,
Right, but
But
that
you
hasn't.
need the other
there
shit.
hasn't been that
Oh,
that
yes.
example. There hasn't been that.
that's why you
example
never
that
heard of
does
this
that.
guy because he didn't have the other
Exactly.
shit. But I can still appreciate what he did.
Right?
You know, one thing that I did see, like after Canelo lost to Mayweather, he got so dope, and he even like defends like Mayweather now. Ever since that, because Mayweather made him freeze, like
Because that
Canelo-
pumps him up, right? I lost to
Canelo
a
couldn't
great
even
guy.
do shit. Like he just looked like he wasn't doing shit. He
So in
didn't
all
look
fairness, he was 21 years
right.
Yeah, man.
He,
He
was
wasn't
dope
ready for
before
He
that,
was fucking
and
like,
Mayweather froze
the
him up.
jitters, dog. Like
He did the
ain't that
Joshua
fighter
Ruiz
right
shit. He
now.
was just tagging on, and he couldn't do shit.
He couldn't do anything.
But ever since then, bro, that motherfucker.
It was
what I mean.
reminiscent of this fight
If
that
you
we
watch
just saw,
Canelo
actually.
blocks
Yeah.
like Mayweather
Yeah,
now.
'cause he was there.
That little boop, boop.
He was there that
Yeah.
he was there.
I
that for
remember in the
fight.
fight when he at one point, I think it was like in the 5th round, that Canelo threw like a right hook or something, and by the time the
Pop, pop.
right hook came in, Mayweather was like standing behind him.
Right.
And he hit the fucking ropes.
But I
Like,
think he
using
needed that.
How fast
He fought the
Mayweather was.
best.
I think
He
that
fought
loss was
TBE,
like.
guys.
I think that
The
loss
best
to him
ever.
was like, you know what, like when all these teams go like 27-0, like and they're like undefeated, and then they finally lose. Like it's not good to go undefeated all the way, because when you finally lose later on, like it shits on your whole like soul. Like, but if you feel that defeat, you're like, hey, you get out of cloud nine, like, hey, motherfucker, like, relax. You're not
Remember
like
Alvarez's
unstoppable.
resume is clean. He has one loss, and the name's Mayweather. I'll let it slide. It's Mayweather.
You
Is
guys know
Mayweather
That's
zero,
his
right?
only loss.
Do you guys know how many brothers he has that are boxers?
Who?
Canelo Alvarez?
No.
No.
I know he has like a
Like
one
5
brother.
or 6.
No
Can you
way.
believe that?
Nope. I didn't even know that.
I'm
shit.
gonna fact check
It's that
myself.
family culture stuff there, man.
But he has like 5 brothers at least that are boxers, professional boxers.
Now look, what boxer to you guys? Like, there's a bunch of great boxers, and you don't have to pick your favorite. But
Let's
every
pick our
time you
favorite.
say boxing, what is the boxer that comes out to you that you're like,
There's
He's on
always
the top of the
two.
list.
There's
That
always
is boxing?
two. There's
Yeah.
always two.
Like that is they say boxing. You think of this person?
No, not just represent boxing.
As
Just
far as
your
goats?
favorite in that department. Like you're not gonna match mine. You shouldn't, because it's your favorite. Which one's yours in boxing?
I'm biased because
Which one is it?
I'm in the Mike
Just
Tyson
pick
era.
one.
I'm in Mike Tyson era, so
You don't
that's.
have to be in the era. Just
I know,
pick
but
one.
because it was my era, I'm biased. That's what I'm saying. I'm biased because that's my guy. Because he
I'll help
was
you out.
dope.
I'll
but that
pick
was also
Mike
my
Tyson.
time.
Who do you pick?
I can't say Ali. I didn't see him.
If I could pick 2, it'll be
But you could see him. Dude.
Definitely
Come on,
Mike
you know,
Tyson.
No, but you know how it
You
is.
didn't experience
definitely
him.
one.
Who else?
It's hard.
You
I
weren't
was
around.
always a big Roberto Duran fan. Bro. Yeah.
What about you?
Dude, I obviously Tyson because we lived that. You know that was the
So
beast.
hard not to say that
Right,
guy's name. dog.
but I do like Ali a lot too. Even though because I've gone back and I've seen a lot of his
Goat.
fights.
The GOAT.
But you know what Ali is? Ali's fucking.
Hold on.
Oh my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Dude,
It
I grew up.
doesn't matter. The
I grew up-
spectrum.
I grew up. I'll give you 2 names.
Go.
Mike Tyson for sure, because I
For
grew up
sure.
watching that
Like,
Can't blame
Punch
you.
Out, right?
on illegal cable
Can't
while we
blame
were
you.
watching that shit.
What?
Can't blame
No.
you.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
And
Sonny Liston.
ooh,
Didn't
I
we
watched
throw
him.
the fight to Ali though?
That's
yeah, he fought him twice.
He was involved with the mafia and shit.
dude. But if you watch his fights,
The
bro,
Bear.
like
He was monster, bro.
He
He
was
was
a
monster.
combination
People
of
thought that he was gonna murder Muhammad Ali. Okay, just by like on
The
paper.
first
Hey, what
one
you
he
do-
lost.
What are you doing
Sonny
here?
Liston lost
He
the
lost
first
both.
He
one.
lost both. He
Yeah.
quit on the stool in the first, and on the second one is that phantom
Phantom
punch.
punch with the famous
With the
picture.
knockout when he's standing over
Yeah.
him. and
Like,
shit.
hey, did he hit him or not?
Larry
Like,
Murch is right between Muhammad Ali's legs in that picture. He's like looking up like that in
Really?
the crowd.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
look at
famous
that.
I know that because we printed that in our
Look,
house.
Mike Tyson
Black
made
and
all
white,
of
and
our
that nigga Larry
lists.
Murch is young as
Statistically,
fuck.
It was bad.
five of us had to.
But
put
we're
him
from
there.
that era, man.
That's
No,
why
it's
we're
not just
biased.
that.
for me, it's
dog.
almost sentimental,
It's
right?
not just that, bro. It's just that you can't, bro. Just think about it.
Bro, I
What-
never
what
saw
he
anything
did,
like
no one's ever done that,
No,
man.
it has been. You know what it is? It's kind of I compare it
No
to
one's ever
like
done
look,
that.
Jordan's the GOAT, but the Bill Russell, he has 11 championships, but they don't consider him the GOAT. It's Michael Jordan. I would always think so. So it's like the same concept.
Because
I think
he
Ali's the
performed
GOAT.
different. He performed
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think
different, man.
Ali's the 11
I'll tell you-
championship
I'll
Bill
tell you-
Russell, but Michael Jordan stood
Game
out more.
6, nigga, like
Exactly. That's what Mike Tyson did
Mike
different than
Tyson
Ali.
has epic knockouts.
Ali was
like-
legendary,
And
but Mike
that's
Tyson
exactly
did it
the
more like
reason.
That's what it
fucking
is.
The reason we all pick
spectacular.
Mike Tyson is because in every sport, everybody wants to see. In boxing, everybody wants to see somebody get knocked out.
Right.
In baseball, everybody wants to see a home
Home
run.
run.
Right.
In football, everybody wants to see
Imagine
a guy
if
throw a
that hits a home
50-yard
run
bomb.
every time he bats.
Dude, I'm
Like,
telling
I
you.
would like him.
It was an event, bro. Every time he fought, my dad would take me to go someplace to watch
You know
him
what's
fight.
weird?
It was
We
an
had-
event.
Everybody, man. Every house pay-per-view was like right, like on the verge of like just coming out.
It
Like,
had just come out.
came
Yeah,
out.
it used to
It
be
just
closed
came out.
circuit
And
before.
every fucking house, everybody ordered the fucking Tyson fight, bro.
We were just
and
speaking
everybody
about this
knew it was
the
gonna
other
be
Dude,
like
if
a
you-
round,
And if you blinked, you
but
missed
you would
it.
pay
Absolutely right.
whatever it was.
Speaking of that,
Absolutely
blinking,
right.
look, we were just talking about our first pay per view that we saw. Mike was in Las Vegas. My brother and I, my dad ordered it, and
Tyson
that Michael
Spinks.
Spinks
Tyson
fight.
Michael
yeah,
My
yeah.
dad goes to
Oh.
the fucking bathroom and
On
Spinks
round
is
What was
one.
it, a
out.
minute?
He goes to the bathroom in
What was
round
it,
one.
a minute 35, right?
Yeah,
Or something
he's
like
done.
that?
He
Yeah.
didn't want any, bro. And you know what's crazy about
No, he
that
didn't.
fight?
No, he didn't.
Michael Spinks was the undisputed lineal champion at the time.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
Never fought again after that fight,
No,
dude,
no,
which is
man.
insane.
I mean, would you? The way, he
No,
got,
I wouldn't.
the way he got knocked out.
No, I don't blame him, but
He
I'm
almost
saying
decapitated
it's not like he
him,
beat
bro.
a bum, dude.
Look,
He
here's
beat
a
like
fun
the
fact. Here's a
best.
fun fact you learn after because of the internet, right? Mike Tyson tells us that custom model upstairs had a room maybe this big with every fight film you can imagine.
Yeah.
And this kid who went from robbing to now, he goes through that whole transition where I'm in a home, I'm eating well. He's like, every night I would watch these fights, and so when I was in the ring, I was imitating. I'm like, let me get the left hook of Ali together with Rocky Marciano's dip.
Yeah, he's
like,
a student of the
he's
game.
Boxing
morphing
connoisseur.
styles. Like, and then that's why he was dangerous.
Yeah, can you imagine that kid today with YouTube, just watching all the old fights?
Everybody has access to it now.
That's
so
what
yeah.
I'm saying. They have what he had, and they're not
More.
blossoming out. They're not coming out. That kid was special, bro.
In
You have
general,
more tools than Mike Tyson had now, and you're not coming out knocking motherfuckers
that's
out.
society,
He's
Chris.
special, man.
All right, society in general. Everything we have today in society, and we're not really using it, dude. What do?
We don't care.
We use it to post. Oh, look, I'm having a drink.
We just
You could
I'm
learn
gonna eat a
everything
steak.
right now
We
in
just-
the world, but you'll spend 2 hours watching
We
a
just-
lion eat
we
a
just-
fucking calf.
we just had
When's
that
the next video, like,
Look, we
Or
just had that
reading memes and
look, we
shit.
just had that conversation
Or
like a
people
few minutes ago.
falling.
Like, how can we perfect sound? All we have to do is go to YouTube and watch it. But if you're not into it, you're not gonna give a shit, and you're not gonna give that. All we have to do is go online and watch some videos, and we can learn whatever the fuck.
look, we're
Change the
suffering from that
engine,
right now
go
by
tutorial on
criticizing this
tutorial
fight.
on everything.
Anything.
We want it to be that way. We're complaining about a boring fight. We want action.
Right.
But
Like,
technically,
what's the matter with
I mean,
you? We
that's
gave you a boxing match. It was tactical. It was beautiful. Ring generalship, effective punching.
You're talking about Ruiz,
society's
Ruiz and
no, we're talking about
Joshua,
society's
right?
never happy.
but that would have been a better fight if Fat Boy would have laid off the tacos a
That's
little
what I'm
bit.
saying.
dude.
We're like, we don't care about boxing.
bro.
We want to see punching.
no, but look,
Yeah,
even
we
if
Put
he
your hands down.
Hey, but honestly, I think even if he would have laid off the tacos, he would have came in lighter and been normal. He doesn't fight that way. I think Joshua's a boxer. Even if he would have came skinny and in shape, Ruiz is a brawler. And Joshua's a boxer. So even if he would have came in his best shape, because Joshua lost and he is a better skilled
think that
fighter,
affected him?
he would have still had the same outcome because of the adversity he had to come back
But it
from.
would have been a
embarrass-
better fight.
You think it affected
I don't
him
think
that
so.
he
The
knocked
reach,
him
the
out?
height,
So he's like, I can do it again. I think that affected him. Like, he went in there like, I can knock him out. Like,
Ruiz
really?
ain't a
It-
fucking
it
bulldog
affected him to the point that
Tyson
Joshua
goes in
came
there
out
and moves.
timid.
He just walks
Yeah.
in and tries to get
That
a hit
too.
without moving, no
Absolutely.
footwork.
No, because he's a big guy. What do
He's
you want?
stuck on the ground, and I don't give a shit if he
I mean,
lost 10 pounds.
to average people like us, man, that don't know,
Oh.
like actually never like got in a ring or
Right,
fought
I
or
go down by a
doesn't really
body
know
blow.
about the art of boxing. We want to watch, Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
That's
You know,
it.
Right, right.
And you guys just stand in the middle of the ring and beep pop, beep pop,
Like
beep
Triple
pop,
G
beep
said,
pop.
Mexican style fight.
Yeah,
I can.
Why you running, bro? If I could be
appreciate
like
all the
that, I will
styles.
run home.
But it's
What do you
true.
guys think is the best era?
Of
I
boxing.
would say 80s, man.
I know you're in the 80s middleweight.
80s, man.
I'd
Middleweight
say
division.
late
the
80s,
80s,
early
man.
90s.
Wow,
What
I'm gonna
division?
jump the gun here. I'm gonna jump the
For
gun
me.
here. Rah, rah, metralladora.
You
I'm
know-
gonna go 2000 to like 2000.
Wow. Look,
Four.
De La
even more
Hoya,
surprised.
De La
During those
Hoya,
De La Hoya,
Mosley,
Mosley's,
Hopkins.
those Roy Jones didn't get knocked out yet.
Hopkins.
You still had
Sugar Ray.
no,
George
You still had
Foreman.
But
who
Sugar
was
Ray
the-
was in there, right? Not
Not-
Sugar Ray
not-
Leonard.
not
Sugar
2000,
Ray.
man.
Sugar
No
Shane
way.
Mosley. My bad.
Shane Mosley.
Hey, Hopkins, he fought till
Bernard
like he was
Hopkins
like
is still-
70. And
Trinidad.
Lennox fought last week.
Lewis,
Trinidad was fighting the Fernando
Vargas.
Vargases. You had, I mean,
Is
that's
So we're
Hopkins
talking
still
like
fighting?
middleweight.
the golden era.
Because he was
Hopkins
fighting till like he was
Yeah,
48.
he fought.
Mike, he's the
old.
oldest chap. He beat Foreman's record because
Yeah, he was
when
the
went to
oldest guy to
Brooklyn,
win the title.
He won the title in Brooklyn. And
Is he
beat,
still fighting?
No, he's part of Golden Boy Promotions now.
That
How
guy's a
about-
hustler. That guy goes to jail, comes out like at 30, starts
Good.
boxing, becomes middleweight champion.
The executioner.
Beats Oscar De La Hoya, retires and joins his company, becomes promoter. Like
I saw that fight in Pompano when he
American
hit that
Dream.
body shot to De La Hoya, and De
Except
La
for
Hoya
the
didn't get
prison
up.
for the prison part. Reform.
How about 70s heavyweight boxing, dude?
It's hard because, like I told you, I wasn't big into it. I got into it because of him, so I can't really be like, yeah, I'll be lying.
Fucking
if I be
YouTube
like,
it, dude.
I know, but it's like
I know,
it's
but
kind
it's
of
not
me
the
saying
same,
like, yo, my
man.
favorite.
You gotta be a fan like me.
No, but dude,
You gotta
I
be
mean,
a fan like
you have
me.
to live
it. You
Google
have to live it.
70s.
When you live through
Right.
something,
Right.
Yeah,
It's
it means
different.
more.
Right.
Yeah.
oh, obviously.
If a kid tells me now,
No, I've
16 years
seen
like I
George
love
Foreman's
Tupac,
first
I've seen all those fights,
I
yeah.
know them.
That guy's a
Most
beast.
people, he probably know him like I don't know most of the other shit.
Randy.
But you got to talk to fans about it. People are not
imagine
gonna Google
if a
that
young
shit.
kid comes up to you, he's like, yo, my 16-year-old kid tells you Tupac's my favorite, that's my shit. Like, shut the fuck up. You don't know shit about Tupac. It's hard to be like, yeah, my favorite era is the 70s. Like, how? Like, because you studied,
Because
you
you
went
become-
back and your dad. Like,
you gotta be
I
more
can only
hardcore about it.
Exactly. I can only talk about like the 80s and 90s because that was my era and I saw it and I could really appreciate it. But like the 70s is kind of
Look,
like,
I'll
yeah,
give
you're
you an
going with
example.
the kind of trend
I'll
of
give you
the
an example. I'll
society
give you an
that's the
example.
popular shit. So we're automatically like Ali's obviously the greatest.
Look,
There was
I'm gonna
some
give you an
amazing
example.
heavyweights, dude. You had Ali, obviously. Frazier was amazing. Any one of these guys could have been the dominating force.
George
If the other
Yeah,
one,
but you know the
Foreman,
but you know
Foreman
the,
before
Norton,
Africa, bro.
Shavers,
Everybody
Ernie
was
Shavers.
running from George Foreman before Africa, dog. Everybody was
Yeah.
scared of that guy.
the influence
Young
of the
George
strength.
Foreman.
The strength of the
There's
He
like
knocked
another
out
guy I'm
Joe
forgetting.
Frazier. He knocked him out.
Oh my god,
Joe
he fucking
Frazier.
knocked
That
him
was like
off
a
the ground.
trilogy.
Ali
Smoking Joe.
lost the first Frazier fight. He's the GOAT. He got knocked down. And George Foreman comes in and sweeps him around.
Who am I
Knocks
forgetting?
him
There's
out.
another one in there with them. There was
Like what year?
like all throughout the 70s, pretty much.
Oh, young Larry
Apollo
Holmes.
Creed,
Larry
Rocky
Holmes.
Balboa, Apollo Creed, Ivan Drago. I mean, I could keep going.
Anyways, what was good about the division at that time, and I'm kind of hoping that happens again, is like there was a bunch of good guys, and they were all fighting each other. Everybody had losses on their record, but there were some amazing
You know
fights.
what people
Nobody
weren't
was trying to
doing?
be 31 and 0.
You know why people are
Everybody,
doing that
I'll fight
now?
you. I'll fight you.
But
I'll
you know
fight
why
you. I'll
that's
fight you.
happening now, Randy? Because boxing became so big. It's money sport, so like they're chasing the checks. Back then, it was like I'm chasing the top dude because the money's not as big because Don King was taking everything anyways.
I'll tell you the
So
problem
at
with
that
boxing.
time, people weren't thinking about those prize fight
Let's
checks.
not
like
forget the
$1 billion
mafia
shit.
was involved for a long time, you
Yeah.
know. So it's cleaning
Probably
up.
still.
It was Don King and Bob. What was
Bob
that?
Arum.
There you go.
He's still
Asshole.
around, dude.
Bob Arum's still
He's
around.
still
Put his
around.
hands in
He's
the
still
cookie
doing
jar.
that. Yeah. The problem with boxing and the reason why MMA is what it is, UFC in particular, is because in the UFC, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys are bigger fans than me, but like they'll tell you who you have to fight, right? It's not you don't as the fighter, you don't pick who you fight, right? Like they say,
Correct. You wait for the president to be like, I've been doing my job. Like, what's up? Do I get the title shot? You're
But-
number 2. You're right. Boom, you're
but-
fighting this
right.
guy. I'll take it.
But you know what's happening? The game's shade because there's more money. Like pretty soon, it's getting to the point where fighters are gonna be able.
it'll
to
never
pick.
get to boxing because the MMA and UFC, the UFC knows there are mistakes and they're not gonna make them. You got all these fucking federations, the IBA, the fucking
That's
WBO,
the
the
other thing.
WBC, the IBF,
Sanctions,
and everybody's
different
got
sanction bodies.
yeah, everybody's got their belts and everybody wants their cut when there's a title fight. And then like it's like I'm not the champ. I'm like a little piece of the champ, and then you're the champ. It should be easy. You should say,
Right.
Wilder, you fight Joshua now. That's it.
Right.
Oh no, the money's not right. I'm with this promotional. None of that shit happens in the fucking UFC. They're like, you are gonna fight him, and that's
Right.
it, bro. Either you fight or I'm
Yeah.
taking that belt from you.
Right.
And
right.
here it's like, oh no, we're gonna fight, but the title's not on the line because they don't want to pay the federation their cut. It's the
Yeah,
mafia,
it's a lot
bro.
of
It's
bullshit.
really what it is,
Correct,
and it's
correct.
bullshit, and it's bureaucratic bullshit that's fucking up the
Or
sport.
it might not be the actual mafia no more, but it's like the
not an
synonym-
actual
the
mafia?
No, it is, but it's not the actual mafia.
Those
it's like
federations
the boxing
are a mafia.
like the
Those federations are a mafia.
the
a
mafia
legal
of
mafia.
that
Yeah.
that whole
Yeah.
organization.
They're like,
Not so
I own
much
that
like the
federation,
Italian
you're gonna
mob
have to
or-
fight, you know?
Think about it. You have the IBF, the WBA, the WBO, and the WBC.
God
okay?
damn, the alphabet.
The WBC is the green.
You gotta win
the
all
most
those
famous
and the
one.
LGBT.
The most beautiful one is the green belt in boxing. It's called
That
the
Wilder
WBC.
has.
That's the one you want.
Yeah.
Okay?
Which one?
The
WBC
is the
is
green
like the
one,
legit.
the green belt. Right, then comes the WBA, the IBF is the black one, and then the WBO, whatever.
What the fuck?
If you win the WBO because you beat this
the
guy right
WTF
here,
belt.
yo, you're the
Yeah,
champion.
what the fuck, bro?
That guy standing in the middle of the ring has a fucking WBO, and he's like, I'm the champ. But we as fans, we're like, you're not the champ, asshole. Like, but to him, he's like, bro, I worked so hard, almost 10 years of my life. I get the WBO. Like, he's the champ. So it's hard to take that away from them and be like, you're not the champ.
We have 3 champs right now.
It's 4.
I don't like
Well,
that.
what's the 4th?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. The United. I mean, there's the 4 big belts.
But we have 3 champions right now. 3 people
Which
who have a
is who?
claim to the championship.
Who owns the
Anthony
belts right
Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder has 3 belts already.
But Tyson Fury, without an actual strap,
Yeah.
claims to be the lineal champion.
Okay, so hold on.
He's the last
but
man
those are
to beat the man.
heavyweights, or those are like what about the
Heavyweights.
middle?
Heavyweights.
That's
No.
heavy. Every division has all these
weight class
federations.
has the
So all
same
the-
belts. Yeah.
Every-
See, I'm that guy like y'all that don't know.
It's like the company.
I'm here for
yeah,
y'all.
yeah. Now they're trying to get away from that. Deontay Wilder did it in his press conference. He's like, the people don't want that. He's like, people want one champ.
Yeah, I
I
agree with
vote
that.
for that.
Of
Like in
course.
UFC, they're starting to have that problem. Oh, I got this guy saying he's a lineal champ. They call
can't
it
be
the intermediate
inventing more
champ
belts.
because the champ hasn't fought because he got injured.
Yeah, and then they got like a super champion and an interim champion.
That's
all
like participation.
bullshit, man.
That's
Doesn't
another
get
thing too,
participation.
though.
Yeah, there
The
was-
UFC doesn't have as many weight classes.
Correct.
That killed boxing a little bit
There
too.
was something great to know in 1942. Joe Louis was champion.
Exactly.
So I remember when UFC
Everybody had to fight Joe Louis. Like
Right.
that's how it should be.
Yeah,
It
you're right.
should be like that, man.
When the UFC first came out, there wasn't even any weight classes. Remember? Like the first UFC.
Yeah, that fat dude, that white dude. Remember the first fight?
It was like a,
Royce
it was like
Gracie.
a
no,
no,
it was
it
some
was-
fat dude, some white guy, and he got kicked in the mouth and his tooth
Yep.
went out.
It was like some
It was
Samoan
like a
guy.
200-pound
They
guy
shut
with an
that
80
down.
Like
They
a
shut
pound
that
sumo
down after,
wrestler
the third
guy that
year.
was
They're
like a
you
French,
can't do
like-
this shit.
Yeah.
People were wearing shoes and kicking. Like,
They should
the
bring that
rules were
back
all
one time
fucked up.
tournament. Everybody against everybody. Wouldn't that be crazy,
Yo,
dude?
you know what it was? I
If
think
they did it 30 years ago. Why can't they do it today?
I think back then
I've
they
seen
would
like
fight.
the three
They would
people at
fight.
one time fighting. You see that shit?
Oh,
No.
Three,
Yeah.
let it go. They start
It's like
beating
3 on
each other up,
3.
and one guy goes
Were
down.
you
and
watching
two against one.
WWE?
No, it's 3-on-3
real
UFC,
fighting.
bro.
Yeah,
3-on-3 and
I
shit.
swear to God, it's
Three
crazy.
on three in the octagon. They're like beating the
What
fuck out of each other.
Fucking promotion is that? What
It's
is
got to
it?
be
It
overseas
must have been
somewhere,
like
bro.
underground internet shit,
Oh,
guys. I'm sorry I was there. I was,
dark web
was
shit. You
buying
were-
stuff on the
Fighting.
internet, like
Remember that game,
Tony
Pit
Stark
Fighter?
equipment.
I can concur. I saw
Fighter.
that shit. It's hilarious.
I got stuck in the dark web. I went down that rabbit hole. Listen, let me bring something up. I was watching UFC yesterday because also the fight was on, but there was also UFC at night. It was free on ESPN. Did you guys catch on the internet? That guy,
Alistair
split
Overeem.
lip?
I saw the
I
picture.
saw a photo.
Oh my god, you saw that? It
Yeah.
looked like a freaking. It
This
looked
is
like
society
Predator. When
today.
he
We
took
saw
his
the
mask off,
meme. That's what we saw. Like we
He was the
didn't.
Predator. Anyways,
He did.
my
look like
boys
that.
were having a good time, and they're promoting the next fight, which is Amanda Nunes is on the card. The girls, they're doing the weigh-in.
That's the main event.
No,
Oh no,
they're-
the
it's
next
like
fight on the.
stacked up. It's like 3 championship fights.
What
in
was the
one
main
card.
event on this card?
It's Kobe Covington against Usman, the one that's coming
This
out.
is UFC now.
UFC.
Okay.
And then the girls are doing the weigh-in, and my boy's like, "Yo, what's up? You think that girl? You can beat that girl? She
No.
can beat
Hell
you?"
no.
No.
And when he said that to me, I was like, man, he's saying that to me,
Because he thinks.
knowing that he's waiting for my answer so he could say I could do it. And I'm like, I can't believe that he's thinking that. Like,
Hell
that
no.
girl will kick my ass.
Hell yeah.
You understand?
All
Like
day.
the only way I beat her is she doesn't see me coming. Number one, right? And like I got a weapon of some sort, and
Like
then
a
I
gun?
like a gun, maybe. And I have, but bro, that
There's
girl,
no way.
that girl will
that
embarrass
girl-
you, bro.
That's her job, bro.
Her jab will hurt, bro.
Bro,
I'll
he
go
was
down.
like, bro, I
I'll go
think
down
I can take her. I'm
the
like,
fist pound at the
bro,
beginning
you're
of the match. You know when they fist bump in the beginning, I would go down. That
yeah,
shit.
right there. I'd be like tapping out.
My wrist
You
hurt.
can't fight with that girl. That was your girlfriend. You're like, what you say, bitch? She's like, what? You're like, nothing.
They strong as fuck, man.
It's crazy because
They'll knock a tooth
What do
out
you
sucking
think about
nipples.
women fighting men in UFC or boxing?
No, I don't recommend it. Dude. Look, man, I'm not a chauvinistic type of guy.
What do you mean, like you shovel shit?
That's shoveling.
I'm not like
shoveling,
a.
I'm sorry.
Dude, the-
Birdman is
I don't know,
good.
dude.
Hey,
I
what
don't
are we
like-
drinking, man?
We're drinking Woodford Reserve
All right,
bourbon,
listen.
Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, small batch. It's pretty
All right,
fucking
promote
good.
that. Shout out to
Shout out, man. Send me a bottle of Woodford Reserve for the next show. This shit's
working.
even numbered, dude. They have like serial numbers and shit.
Okay, look, it's very, very taboo. It's very bad. Whatever you want to call it. It's weird to even say that, right? But the reason I brought that up.
Woodford
is because-
Reserve? Oh no, what you're
No,
talking
the
about?
fighting. There was a guy.
Women
Yeah.
and men?
There was a guy a male who went through sex change,
He's
but
competing
didn't
in
clear
sports.
it with the
Where are
UFC.
we going
Didn't
with
clear it with the I don't know if it was Bellator or UFC, and he's fighting as a girl now,
Dominating.
and he's knocking bitches out, right?
Of course.
And then a girl knocks him out, and so like, I'm not saying that we needed to know that, but it gave me an experiment on accident that girls can beat up guys.
Yeah, but it's tough because like Chappelle.
What do you
spoke
mean
about
it's
it.
tough?
So was he fully
Look,
like?
Chappelle.
Like, I mean, he was bare. I'm gonna give you the article so you can read it because he got fined. He got whatever suspended, whatever.
But he was a complete woman already, or
Like, he was already
He had
transitioning
his,
to women.
his
He had his
checks.
surgery done.
He
What
won-
weight class was
But
this
they were like,
dude?
man, but you're still a guy first.
Born a man, fight as
They're
a
like, that
woman.
don't matter.
basically. Right.
That girl catches you, you're done.
But Chappelle, look, he made a joke, a skit out of this his last comment. He was saying, like, if LeBron James gets a sex change, would you let him be in the WNBA and score like 1,000 points every game? Or, like, would you put, like, some kind of restriction? It's kind of hard. Like, it's not fair. Like,
Not fair.
it's genetically proven that we're just stronger traits and shit for that kind of stuff.
It's
So
natural,
like,
dude.
It's not fair. But then...
I seen an article on that.
Right, but then the rights and all the shit's like, all right, you want to let him in and beat the shit out of you? Like, it's not cool. man.
Nowadays,
It's
they'll
fucked
call
up.
you all kinds of names. They'll be like, no, we want equal. But it's just, dude, come on, man. It's
Yeah,
it's
and fighting
nature,
is
bro.
different. Fighting is different.
Did you
Yeah.
know that
don't wanna,
recently?
like, fucking punch.
I don't know if it's Tampax or Always. They moved the symbol out of the boxes because they took away the female symbol and they took it away because they're saying they
Yeah,
want to
gender
not be
neutral. Gender neutral.
But like guys don't have fucking menstrual cycles. Why does it even matter?
Maybe
like,
they bought a
but because of
bicycle.
how sensitive society is, they had to do that with tampons
Hey, man,
and
listen,
maxi
dude,
pads.
how
Isn't
about
it?
D. Williams said he was gender neutral, and the next day he's like, "Hey, I don't know what that means." I'm like, "Yeah, I love my man." He's
Everybody-
like, "I just thought that you meant you were free with your shit." Like, no, motherfucker, don't be confessing you're something you don't even know what it is.
I don't know where to stand there because I don't want to stand there and be on the side that's like, oh, you're.
You don't want to be the fucking dick.
You're an asshole, prejudiced.
I
But
try
like,
new shit,
it's
man.
hard,
So the
but
only way
it's
you go
hard.
forward is to invent.
But where do you
and
draw
try
that
new
line?
shit.
Where do you
This is
draw
where
the
I
line
draw
that's
that line.
fair?
This is where I
Think
draw
about
that
it.
line.
If you draw a line,
Syracuse
you're gonna hit it.
Orangemen. Everybody heard of the Syracuse Orangemen? They don't even call themselves the Syracuse Orangemen.
What do they
anymore.
call themselves?
They're the Orange
They're just orange.
because that was not
Because
inclusive
Orangeman was
Dude,
more towards
of
what?
the
What
women.
color?
That was not inclusive.
Asians?
No, not the color. The men part is the one that had a problem with.
Agent Orange.
I was like, what, the color? What,
No,
what,
because
what
they
is that like?
have women
Who's
teams.
orange?
They have women squads too.
The only thing I heard, the good thing about the transgender bathrooms, that people could do drugs together with the female and guy friends.
Here's
now.
my thing.
Well,
Is
you
it
can do it.
Now
offensive?
you don't have to go to your own bathroom
Yes.
now. You can do it
If you
together
fix
with
it,
both.
is anybody gonna die and get offended? No.
Dude,
Wait,
it's
wait.
gotten to a point where
Yeah,
there's some city in New York that you can't call it a manhole anymore.
Damn, it's
What?
just a hole now.
Because they're like, we want women
glory
holes
hole.
too.
It's just glory.
It's. I think it's like, look, all that stuff. No, not trying to be funny or anything, but all this stuff is just like what you said about boxing. We're always in transition periods and everything, my man.
And nobody likes
You gotta
shade.
try.
If you
I
think
remember-
you aren't, we are. We
Come on,
always
man.
are.
Come on.
Well, look,
man.
for example, like we
The
all
first
wanted-
time they switched, I'm sorry to interrupt. The first time they switched the different ounces of boxing gloves. Oh my God, the world's gonna end. Now nobody gives a fuck.
How about the 15 rounds thing?
Same thing.
Same
oh,
thing.
what
Just
the
like
fuck
the
you doing?
3-point line. Remember
Nobody
when they moved the
cares
line?
now. Nobody cares now. It's just get
Readjust.
over it. Yeah, bro, you'll adjust, man.
I think we're adjusting too much to some of that other shit.
Oh, I'm in the wrong
But
bathroom.
it's society's
Adjust.
fault.
Just it's to the left.
I'm sorry, dude. Call
You know
me
what
whatever
I'm
you
saying?
want. I'm not down
I'm
with.
gonna call you a goat.
Call you
yeah,
Randy.
Yeah, call me whatever you want. I'm not down with some dude that wants to identify as a girl
Be the shit
going in the
out of girls.
bathroom with my daughter. I'm just not down with it, dude.
Stop.
I'm sorry, bro.
No,
Call
but
me.
he should not do that.
You're a father too,
He should
bro.
not do
You-
that.
you-
He should absolutely not do that.
But you know what it is? The influence of
How do you
society
fix
makes you
that? How
not
do you
want
fix
to
that
be the
problem? Do
asshole.
you
Be
say
like, I
no?
don't have nothing.
Is
Because
your
you
solution,
know. You
hey
say
man,
no.
no. Or is it, I have to brainstorm and find the answer to
Yes,
this?
maybe I
Obviously,
make a
don't-
third
I don't wanna
bathroom
say no.
for
I don't want to have her in the
transgender.
same bathroom.
But you know what
It has to
sucks?
be the middle.
The fact that you have to do that conflict is what sucks. And
Why am I put in that position to even
But
question
that's what
that?
I'm saying. It's brought on by us. Because look, people want equal rights, right? But then when it happens, now they're like, hey,
Podcast just
hold on, why they
changed,
put
by the
next?
way.
Yeah,
we
did-
left the boxing
Boom.
behind.
We're going down the rabbit hole.
Social issues.
We went from WBO to LGBT. We're staying in the letters, though.
XYZ. It's
But-
listen, you gotta challenge everything, but also try to compromise sometimes.
I
Because
guess.
sometimes you don't really see the picture.
Because that opens up, and I'll tell. Let me tell you why I think that way too. That opens up the window for somebody who just wants to just wants to go into the girl's bathroom,
True, but
no
like,
matter what.
Correct.
Like he
But
has
look-
no inkling of I really am a
Right.
woman. Why I
Fucking
I identify as
right, like, what are you
it's
trying to
true,
do in
but
here,
look,
man?
voyeurism.
Yo, but I'm pretty sure back in the days when dudes were like so like into whatever they were into, and then the whole civil rights came, they were feeling like us. Like, I don't feel like that's necessary, but like we don't know at the moment. But that change is probably gonna be a positive change because it's
Yeah, I'm
giving
sure
the
the
equal
whites,
shit. You feel
the
me?
whites were really afraid.
It's
of
hard.
blacks using their
I'm not a
skins.
big fan
I'm
of
sure
it.
they were mad. I'm sure they were like,
I don't
"I'm gonna
understand what you're
die."
saying though. Hold on.
All
What are
right,
you
so
saying?
basically, like I was saying this, I was saying like everybody wants equal rights, right? Like be open to the gay community and LGBT. But
Yeah.
then we're mad that Frozen and a couple cartoons have gay shit. We're like, oh, hold on, I don't want my kids, but like,
Don't say
hey,
gay shit, because that's happy stuff.
hey, I'm for the night.
We'll
Let's
have
say
a
gay
gay
shit. and everything. But
old
look,
time.
what
I'm not in
saying is-
favor of them throwing it in just to say we have a gay
Sauce.
character, so come watch this movie.
in
Gay.
there.
I know, but it kind of like
That's
the only
what
reason
I
I
don't
use
like.
it as
Yeah,
an example,
I
like you
like
know
that.
what, like I was arrested not too
The
long
gentleman's
ago,
time has
and they told
expired.
me-
I yield my time.
Look, they
to
told me this. The
gentleman
guy
in
with the
Arizona.
guy goes, look, I would have normally let you go, but because I have a camera, because people want us to have cameras now on to record what we're doing, I can't let you go, bro, because it's recording. It's my ass on yours, and I'd rather pick me over you.
Right.
So it's kind of the same sense. We want equal rights, but when that shit starts coming in our cartoons, we're like, hold on, I don't want my daughter going to the bathroom with this, but it's like, hey, but you're also for the equal opportunities
So
for
be
everyone.
careful what you ask for. Is what you're
It's
saying?
just hard because it's like no one's ever happy. For example, like in the comic world,
Okay,
you
wait,
and I in that
time
world.
out. It's not that no one's ever happy, because I don't know what makes you happy. What if killing makes you happy? I'm sorry, you're gonna be unhappy.
We
right?
gotta make killing cool because this
Right,
dude wants to
right,
kill
right.
everybody.
Well,
Okay, we don't want to hurt his
right,
feelings.
right.
Kill everybody.
Correct. But
gotta stop
at some point, you would have to say, damn, why does he want to kill people? Are you just gonna completely ignore the fact that somebody wants to kill? So it is your job to see social issues rise, and then also try to find out why they're rising. Not just make a law that says, no, man, you can't.
Check it out.
Find out why people want to be gender neutral. Do we even know that? Have you even explored that? You don't. You got to find out where the problem. That's
Where
the
is
problem.
the problem?
Exactly, bro.
If
There
you had to guess, where's
I
the
don't
problem?
know, but there you go.
But check it
That's
out.
the direction we're supposed to be going, not your opinion.
But you can't make everyone happy. Look, just my example is, for example,
It's not the job. It's not to make everyone happy. It's keep the train going.
But because you can't please
The world
everyone,
has to
it's
keep going,
never
right?
going to be like that. Because look, for example,
Can
let's
never
say,
please everyone.
look right there, Batman. Batman's 80 years old. Who do you please when you make a movie? You make a movie with the
Why is
gray.
he hanging around with that?
Do you
little
make the
kid?
gray and blue suit from the 80s with the small ears, or the long ears with the black uniform and like more armor? Like somebody's gonna be upset that you did that version, but not this version that you pleased them. So it's like you're never gonna have the right thing because it's so hard to go everybody get pleased. So it's never gonna be good. We
in
just gotta-
Batman, making the
Wait,
Batman.
no, but that's the
suit.
comparison
But you can't
metaphor.
apply that to the world because some
Right.
things you can fix, bro.
But I just said the
like
example.
segregation. You might have thought it was cool for a long time. And you're like, why would you change this? We're going to go to war for this shit. Turns out it's better this way. Now, people didn't know that back then.
Right, but
it's hard for them to
goes back to my saying
fathom
there's
that
someone
shit.
that's not happy about that decision.
There's
but
always
we
gonna be
know-
somebody not happy.
Right, we know that's the right thing, but there's always gonna be a certain half of the society is gonna be like, we don't agree, which is the white supremacists are still living in wherever the fuck they are.
Yeah, but that's a
Donald
little
Trump supporters.
different than, look, for instance, I'll be okay if I piss off half of America because they wanted a blue and white suit on Batman, but I don't care about that. But I
if you're
care
in the gay
if 50%
community-
of the country wants to murder a certain type of race. It's a different monster than saying, hey, bro, you're not going to please everybody. Over here, we have to try to fix this. Now, you're not going to please everybody, but you
unfortunately-
you got to, for instance, people that want to identify themselves as trees, it's weird as fuck.
As trees.
But you have
Yeah,
to.
people
That's
want
a
to
thing,
identify
dude.
themselves
Yeah.
as whatever, like
Whatever
oh,
you
I'm-
want, right?
Do they just stand around
Is
like
it
this?
going to be a problem? It might. But we should.
Is this a
find
real
out
thing or you're
why-
trolling
No,
me?
it's real,
I'm not
bro.
trolling you,
People
man.
are identifying themselves like a white girl's identifying herself as a black woman. A black person is identifying themselves as a white person.
But he's talking about
a
trees.
man. No, well, that's what the example like a
I swear to
comedic.
God, it's
People
out
want to
there.
identify as a
No,
tree.
that's a real thing.
But I
What
think
kind
they
of
It's a
tree?
real thing. Like,
not,
like
maybe
an
not
object.
trees,
There's
for
people that
example,
wanna
but they want to
identify
identify themselves as something.
Listen, my man, I'm telling you,
Fuck outta here.
there's so many
swear.
things that you will run into, and you'll be like, okay, look.
All
this is
I'm
what
saying-
this is what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of shit that's been hidden from us that we consider regular, and then you're like, what the fuck's going on here? And then put your hand down. turns out that the shit's been there from ancient times. So then also you become this person like, holy shit, am I the new guy on the block? Like I'm being offended of something has existed for eons. That's my point.
Yes.
Okay?
My
People
point
are
is,
offended at gay and all that kissing boys. Turns out Alexander the Great had
Yeah,
multiple
of
boyfriends,
course.
and nobody gave a fuck because he was marrying the queens and he was a warrior.
But there
if
has
you
to
take
be-
all that away from him and only kiss the boy, it's offensive. But that was culture for the Greeks who gave us democracy.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? You gotta understand. You gotta weed it out, fix it. But
Yes.
it has an origin, in my opinion, always. So
Agreed.
the identification of gender, whatever, it's got an origin, bro. It's
I
weird,
agree, dude.
but it came from somewhere. Humans are thinking different
What-
for some reason.
what I think is we gotta have a limit because also my daughter or my son every once in a while will tell me something and I'm like, okay, no, we can't do that. You know, give me a Lego every single day, for example. You know, you cannot get a Lego every single day. You know, so we can't do. Okay, wait a second. We gotta have 50 bathrooms now because here's a dude who wants to be a girl.
Emergency,
Here's a
please,
girl
them.
who wants to be a dude. He's gay. She's bi. She's transgender.
Correct.
How many freaking I own a business. How many bathrooms do I gotta build to satisfy everybody? No, dude. Wait a
You know how
second.
you fix it? You know how you fix it?
No bathrooms for
You
nobody.
create exactly.
Go
You
piss in the alley.
create. You create the new technology that helps you urinate without even going to the
God
bathroom,
damn,
my
what's the
dude.
future now?
The future, exactly, bro.
Can we transition out of this shit? Because I just feel like I'm gonna get myself in trouble.
Yeah.
No
Speaking
problem.
of the future.
Hey,
Let's
but
talk about
controversy sells.
future.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Let's
future.
talk about the future. How concerned is anybody here about AI and them taking over and we becoming like house cats?
I'm mixed about
Let's take a
that.
turn. You first.
Damn, I
Go.
want to be a
All right,
house
so
cat.
my answer to that
Might be
is-
good.
I have a mixed emotion about that. Like I feel like the internet and computers and AI is like very beneficial for us because everything's in a drop of a second. We know information, but it's making us lazier. Like, who knows phone numbers now? Like, I press mom to call my mom and my brother. Like, I don't know a fucking phone number. Back in the day, I knew Little Caesars, Publix phone number, my school, my mom's. Like, so it's hard.
That booty call you had.
But what's happening is, yeah, exactly. What's happening is now is exactly what they showed in Wall-E. Like, we're becoming fat, lazy, and everything is like simplified. But is it bad or is it good? Because the internet helps a lot. Like,
we don't remember shit now.
Right. But I told my dad the other day, like, man, so many natural disasters are happening nowadays, like more than before. He's like, no, they used to happen before. The fact is, like, you find out 2 seconds later that it happened in China. Back then, we'll get a fucking radio interview like a month later telling us about the earthquake. But now it happens. We know a 7.6 Richter scale earthquake happened in fucking
What's
Thailand.
the worry, though?
That's what I'm saying. My mixture is like, I'm in defense because it's very beneficial to have all this information at the palm of our hands so fast.
I'm talking about like AI.
What is your worry of
My
technology?
word is so dumb, but it's like,
Like what? Like what?
It's Sarah Connor shit. It's the whole Sarah Connor shit. It goes back to Judgment Day. Skynet.
I'm not afraid of that.
Are you concerned of Skynet? That's my question.
In a sense, not so much that, but anything that's artificial can be
going
controlled by
towards
somebody
Skynet?
else. Anything that's like computer can be controlled.
We're headed. We want to get there, right?
No, we're trying hard. Like, we're trying to go to another galaxy. Can we
No.
do it right now? Like, you're not going to do it right
You know what my issue
So,
with all this technology is that
the
anybody can
gentleman's
hack
time
into
is expired.
it. No, hold
The
on. Gentleman got
gentleman
one
from
more word.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, we're gonna go around. Everybody
Anybody
gonna
can hack into these tech. Anything that's computer.
Answer
anyone
the
can
question,
come
though. What
into.
is
That's
your
why my
worry
fear is
of
that
AI? What would AI do in your mind that you would be afraid of that they could do?
eliminate privacy and security.
But that's already happening.
All right, so that's my example. So,
But
even
he's
worse.
not asking that. He's asking,
That's my fear.
if I'm not mistaken.
Are you afraid of them taking over?
Yes, the algorithm is doing that to us right now. But he's saying a robot that goes.
Are you
"Watch
afraid
this.
that at one point
I'm
they're
gonna-
going to
I'm
be in
gonna go
command
fuck
and we're
humans
going to
up."
be secondary?
That's
We're no longer in
far-
charge of the planet.
No matter how much I don't believe in certain religion, but yes, it falls into that whole, like, we're into a system that's like being monitored and watched and everything's being controlled. That's my fear. And we're almost there.
And we're getting to that
We're
point.
getting in that moment.
Okay.
You just said, like, we're there, bro. The moment you wake up, you turn off your alarm, you check a message or something. You're out. Elon Musk said it on that Joe Rogan podcast. Like, we're already cyborgs.
Yeah,
What
that's
you're
right.
fearing, we're already in there. Everyone's scared about getting this shit information out there. Like, you already fucked up when you got AOL 10 years ago.
Next thing
When
they're gonna give you the option to put this shit in here.
and then they're not gonna
And
make
some
it.
people are gonna be like, okay, cool.
You're
I'll
not gonna
never
think
lose
of it as a
All right.
666 shit. You're gonna
What's your
think of it as
fear?
like, ooh.
Are you afraid of that? Are you concerned about AI?
Dude, I saw a documentary a couple of days ago about these sex robots, right? No.
That's
You gotta go with me on this one
This
here.
guy, everything
I know
revolves
where you're
around.
going.
he always has some type of story like
This
this.
chick,
I love where we're going here.
she looked like a person, she talked like a person. What if she calls my wife and shit, right?
Yeah.
What if she gets so close to me and gets so involved with my feelings?
There's a programming thing where you take
Those
that
are
out.
called females.
You take
No,
out
no,
the
no. She's
phase
not your
5
wifey.
billion
She's your
program.
Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Wi-Fi.
knowing
She's not your wifey.
you,
She's your Wi-Fi.
knowing you, the robot will be worried about you, not you worried about the robot.
Now listen.
You'll be stalking the robot.
What do you got, Randy?
How do you feel, Randy?
Is that it though? That was your only concern that the sex
That
robot's
was
gonna
me.
call your wife?
That's
Yo,
scary
sex
enough.
robots
Well,
don't
no.
call the
I
wife.
mean, the reality is that we.
That's a problem, but still,
we
I just
come-
don't want to call her my wife. That's all I want.
I feel like this is not as important as what everybody else is talking about.
It is very important.
Might
though.
lead to it.
I've come to learn some fucking apps that are out there that allow you to fuck remotely somebody, right?
Remote fucking.
Oh, hey,
Remote
my
fucking,
bad.
you know
My
this?
bad to renege, but I did virtual reality a couple days ago. Porno.
Oh shit.
Holy
I gotta go
fuck.
there.
We're already there. What he's talking about.
I
It's
gotta
true.
go there.
We're
It's
getting
almost there.
head from
It's
a
almost
virtual
there.
reality, and we're like, I'm looking down, I turn around, I'm like,
All right, the gentleman from
holy-
Wisconsin
Putting Google
will
Google
give
Glass
us
on
time.
and
I
shit.
swear to God, I did that
Senator,
Well, what's your fears though? What's your fear of AI?
shit. She called
that the
wife.
sex robot's gonna tell his wife?
No.
Like what could this sex robot do?
No. We're
Okay,
kind of,
okay.
to be honest, bro. We're degenerating a bit.
Yeah,
right?
we're fucking around.
I mean, no. We're fucking going into a crazy path because I just come to find out about this app that lets you fuck remotely people.
How does that work? But, okay.
Some type of dildo attached with
Right,
the other end.
Enlighten me, please.
Right? No, you put it in.
The faster you press the button or some shit. I don't
You put
know,
no,
dude.
you put it in. I don't know the full details,
Oh,
but
it's
you
that fucking-
you
it's
wear
a family
something.
program,
You
dude.
wear something,
Which
and
one?
your hip gyrations
Alright.
and shit. And I'm keeping it PG
Yeah,
for the
for
most
sure.
part.
Are you?
Yeah, I am.
This is
I'm
the
not.
internet. We can go rated R.
All right.
You know, I could edit any of this shit out, but my concerns are, on top of all that shit, I mean, we're kind of degenerating a little bit. I mean,
We are.
A little bit.
Idiocracy is the best movie ever.
That's
What
the
about
real
you?
life,
What do you
dude.
think?
I think we're headed I think we have all the pieces of the technology. So like, you know, you could do a bunch of shit with your phone. You could ask it shit. It could tell you where to go, the maps. You got those freaking Boston Scientific or whatever that's called, those robots that do backflips and that they could run and they could do parkour and shit. And you have other robots that look like real people, but they can't do much shit. So like and we have cars that drive themselves. So when you start when they put all that shit together, you have an endoskeleton, but that looks like a person. You got Arnold Schwarzenegger coming around,
Right.
and fucking you up.
Skynet.
Taking orders.
And the thing is that at a certain point we get so far that you like can't stop it. You know, that's it. They're you know, and I think we're headed towards that.
Yes.
Maybe not by the end. Maybe by the end of our lives. I don't know when, but like we're just getting there. You know, and why, dude? Do we really need to? Do we need to?
Where do you see the world?
Hold on, Ralph.
Do we need to though? Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna pass it on. But do we need to? Because when we were kids, we didn't have this, right?
It wasn't your choice though. You
But
would have had it if it was invented.
But that goes to
But we didn't
It would
have
have
it.
been in your Christmas stocking if it wasn't
Of
invented.
course, but we didn't have it.
Not
Do
your
we need
fault.
to do Black
And nobody
Friday?
else
Do
had
we
it
need to watch boxing? It's
The
all the
cave
same shit.
people
We don't
didn't
need
have
none
the
of this
wheel,
shit.
you know,
But we
that's
do
not
it
their
because
fault.
human nature.
But we were fine without it.
Right. We were
Are
fine
we?
without football. We were
We
fine without
were.
baseball.
We were.
I mean, you
I
gotta
don't
get
know.
off this planet one day. The sun's gonna blow up.
But yeah,
You go
I guess.
down with the ship.
That's another.
You're the band on the Titanic.
But do I need a robot to fucking kill me before we do that?
Not to kill you, but I'll tell you what.
To
You
help
go
me?
now. I have an answer for
Honestly,
you.
What do you feel about it?
I got zero fear, bro. I'm all in, bro.
Where do you see us 100 years from now, technology-wise?
Bro, fucking all of us, like part robot, part man,
Absolutely.
We're already
We're
there.
cyborgs. We're already
teleporting
there.
around,
Absolutely.
you know, Star
Look,
Trek style.
Here's my opinion on your Skynet theory. Man, I wish it was my lifetime. I see the robots rise. I wish I get killed by one of those
Why?
robots because it's almost impossible for it to happen yet in my lifetime. I'll explain why. We're trying to map the brain, understand our own brain, and we can't do it yet. You think a fucking robot's gonna automatically gain a consciousness and know every program synopsis of how our brain works? If we can't fucking do it yet,
But
you have
that's-
to program a machine to do something.
But that's the
right
reason.
now, the number one failures of every machine is you didn't program it to do that. You didn't think about that.
But
It acts. No robot can act on its own yet. The only thing
No.
it can do is change its driving pattern. But it can't say, you know what? Today I feel a little like I'm being bullied by this human.
But
I'm
because- but
gonna
That's the
fucking
good
kick
thing
his
about
ass.
those robots.
But
Like,
that's
how do you
why.
write that?
That's what we're fearing. We keep pushing
Those
the AI
robots are not
thing
going to ask what
to
bathroom I should
automatically
go to. They're
You
going to ask
think-
who
you
should I
think
kill.
that's fine. What I think is you're going to use what he said. Look, in the future, humans would be like, take the guys from 5 BC. They could not think that we would sit at a table like this with this equipment and talk shit. First of all, they wouldn't
A
even
plane
allow-
was like a flying bird and
they
shit.
weren't even
Right.
allowed to talk. And
Metal
so
bird.
imagine if he shows up here right now and he sees this board, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck? I don't understand this shit." So you're not gonna understand 500 years, 100 years from now, human. You just won't. When I was young, I had the tape because I didn't do 8-track. LP, the tape, and the CD. Okay, then that stupid micro thing. But I always thought that music in the future would be just like smaller disc. I could never fathom streaming. I always thought it'd be something physical.
That's retarded to
cooler.
think about it.
Exactly.
Right.
So, to answer your question, we won't know, but it's gonna be more gangster than this shit. Like maybe you record with your contacts now. Hold on, I gotta see this shit.
But that
And
leads
you're
to what we're
recording
saying,
it.
though.
I'm seeing some cool shit. Let me record
Yes,
this.
yes.
But that falls back to what
Now,
we're saying.
now answer his question about living on the farm. You want to live on the farm? Listen, my man.
What's living on the
Living on
farm?
the farm is you want to just live like the old days. when
Hell
you played with
yeah,
rocks.
bro. Why not?
I'll tell you why not.
Why not?
That
Yeah.
can't
I'll tell
happen.
you why not.
Evolution's inevitable.
Yeah, man.
Evolution's
Look,
inevitable.
I don't want to be in the cave with
You guys are
fire
coming to the
only.
farm
I
when
want
the
electricity.
zombie apocalypse comes, right?
No, for
That
sure.
too.
This
I
is-
wish that was possible.
For
too,
sure
'cause that
I'm
would be
coming
cool
here
as
when shit
fuck,
goes down.
But also impossible to walk when you're dead. It's almost an oxymoron.
But I don't
Like,
feel
you
like
get
it's
where
so
I'm going
far
with
fetched.
this?
I don't feel like it's so far fetched where we're at now that it won't happen this time. And we're like so far. Like I don't think so. We like he said, we're programming cars to drive themselves. We already asked Siri
To
to
drive.
do
This
this.
is what you're saying. Drive themselves. That's it. Not take over
Okay,
the
but
world.
look. Okay, but how about
No, I'm
this?
saying when you put all that shit
simplify.
together.
Look, simplifying
It's an
my
iPhone. Look, this iPhone is so smart, but Siri can't kill my brother
But
right
time
now.
out, time
it
out.
can't say, "Gee, yo, fuck that. I'm gonna call
Look.
his friend." Then tell his friend to text.
Because it's
Look.
not attached to that droid.
But check it out,
You seen
check it
that
out.
robot that shoots, dude? You
Yo,
seen
but-
that shit?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it has
yeah.
to be commanded.
Yo, but check it out. Look, comparison to what you just said. This iPhone.
Execute. Look, we can't even fucking record right sometimes. Our
But-
own equipment that we understand.
Time out. Look, check it out.
You know what I mean?
iPhone's already doing it.
Cool
Look,
to
they
think
already
about science
anticipate.
fiction because it helps us become our future technology. I'm sure Batman was the first one in the 20s in the comic to have the iPhone FaceTime. Hey, Commissioner Gordon. People
That
must
was
have been in
Dick
the 20s
Tracy on
like,
his watch.
what
He had
the
the iWatch
fuck,
a long
right?
time
Right?
ago.
But now to you, you're like, my kid has that shit.
No, but check it out. Look,
It's
because
normal life.
We're
because
progressive.
You want the old days back? How are we gonna get off this planet if we're playing with rocks? You ever seen Star Wars? You ever seen Star Wars? Those planets that are just buildings and there's no green. You ever seen that? We need to get there.
But
If we're gonna
Chris-
learn how to fly intergalactic, you can't be saving all
I
the
just
trees.
don't want a
You gotta learn how
robot
to
killing
make-
me before we do that.
Right, look,
What,
Chris.
what do you mean?
I don't want a robot killing me before we do
Look,
that.
Chris,
dude.
you say we're not close, but look, technically, if you look at it, we are.
I think we're close.
Have you ever text and it's already anticipating your message,
I can
and it's
prove
already
that.
telling you
It's
what
an
you think you might
algorithm.
say?
That's not a robot thinking.
Okay,
Gio.
but that's their
math
way of
coding.
thinking.
It's code
okay, but it's
numbers.
their way of thinking. So if they can anticipate what you're
What do you
gonna
mean
write,
they? Who's they? They're not
the
alive yet.
programming that programmed that. If they can anticipate what you're about to write, why can't they anticipate an action?
Because they're
It can
not
evolve.
they. They're not you yet. They're not
Right.
a person
Yet.
that's
The
typing.
key word
and you're
is
like,
yet.
you never know. He could type something.
The
Okay,
key word,
there's
the
a
key word you
human
said
guy
was
there.
yet, meaning it could be possible. The way we're going with technology, we can make it anticipate emotions and make it anticipate actions. If they can anticipate
Facial.
words that you're gonna about to type, I type T and it gives me 4 options like thing, that, or fucking this. Like holy shit, how are you
You're
even
not,
knowing
listen,
that?
you're not saying that. You're saying a robot has a million cool features.
Not right
and I
now,
agree.
but they're doing the text based the beginning of that anticipation. Keep building with more AI, more algorithms. They're eventually gonna go, and it could evolve on its own. With Siri, you're like, "Hey Siri,
It could
what,
not.
How's the weather?"
It could not. That's not how evolution
The
works.
problem comes
With the
when
brain,
robots
that's not
start
how it
talking
works.
to other robots and robots start training other robots, and
Look,
that's when the problem comes.
look,
When they start interacting with each other
Yes.
without us,
and we're giving
that's
them that
the real
permission.
fucking problem.
Hey Alexa, what time? Hey Alexa, turn off this light. We're getting closer, closer.
This is why I'm
Giving
worried
the
about my robot
computers
mistress.
more.
He does not want that bitch to learn how to
Look,
fucking pick up a phone.
I'm a real
Alexa,
big.
call wife.
Yeah, Alexa, don't.
Look. Pretend we're playing a video game about everything we know, right? We have to battle each other. I always select the avatar. It's always a human being, Homo sapien. He picks the Greek
droid.
gods, and he picks Jesus Christ. You pick future AI, and you pick. I always feel like I'm gonna be all these guys. These guys
You
are all
didn't say who
fake.
he picked, dude.
He picked.
Mage.
Andy Ruiz.
I don't know, whoever, somebody that's fucking like fake. Like his robots are
Kim
great in the story,
Kardashian.
right? You know, he's telling me shit that could be true, but he's basically reciting Skynet from Terminator.
And you're basically reciting the other half
Correct?
of society.
Yes or no?
But
Yes or no?
you're
Yes,
you're,
but that's
Time out.
the,
Listen to
that's
what I'm
the
saying.
period,
You're also
right?
saying the other half of society
but
that doesn't agree with
time
me.
out, man.
So we're all
Didn't
quoting
Skynet?
people.
I'm not saying that Skynet can't happen, but didn't they do a movie thing on you and just announce this and you're like, you believed it, but did you get the blueprint on how Skynet was built and how it went live? No, you
Time
don't really
out.
know that part
They
because
didn't release that movie.
You know
What does he
why?
say? The
Because that
Englishman
part-
has finished speaking.
Hey,
What does he say
listen.
all the time?
The reason why is that part is because it's hard to explain when you don't have the truth.
Okay.
It's hard to explain that because that's not true yet. He's
All I know-
saying
But
it could be true in the future.
How many things have been built
But anything
from
could be
examples
good-
of movies?
could be-
iPhone, iWatch, tablets. Those have all been examples that came out in stories, comic books, movies, and now people make inventions off of cool
That doesn't
ideas.
mean nothing.
So why
Star
would
Trek.
I?
Lord of the Rings
You
is
guys
gonna
remember Star
happen.
Trek with the communicator?
That
There's
doesn't
the fucking
mean that.
communicator right
But what
here.
I'm saying is
Michael
examples
Knight.
of stories and
iWatch.
fiction is
You
what
could do
causes
that now with your Tesla car.
scientific people
I'm in
to
the front of the
create
supermarket. That
to
shit'll
try
come
to
and pick you up.
replicate what they see in movies and shit. Pretty soon somebody wants to invent that Iron Man computer that you can be like and throw shit away and virtual shit.
Okay,
because
but
they
that's
saw it.
different. That's plausible. You can probably do that. But you're asking to create a computer brain that thinks on its own.
Anything's
Holy
plausible in
shit.
science.
Chris,
Anything
we're gonna-
is possible
we're
in
Like,
science.
that's tough.
We're getting to it.
That's
though.
what people said about iWatches 10
So
years
far,
ago.
I agree that we're getting to
Yo.
that I can make a robot dance.
Well, you said it's
but
tough.
he's not enjoying
Hey,
it like I am, bro. Like,
hey, but what you
fucking
said
love
is
this song.
tough.
Remember when I was in
But
third
maybe
grade?
I can program him to
Listen
dance
to what
better
I'm
than
telling you. The robot will imitate your dance move, but he will not feel that. Oh my god, I heard this one.
But look what
Great.
you
And
said. You said it's tough to mimic that, but look what 10 years ago, if you would say it's tough to put a fucking video on a watch.
That's not what I
It's
said.
tough to
That's
people-
not what I said.
You said it's tough to mimic that.
The
so
robot
imagine,
remembering his high school.
It's
Listen
tough.
to what I'm saying.
Is it not possible? though?
iPhone watch is not a robot hearing a song and saying, "Oh my God, when I was in fourth
Did you
grade."
ever think when you were in 10th grade that you could talk to your watch and be like, "Hey, what's the weather tomorrow in Liberty
I
City?"
did think that would be possible.
I don't think so.
Of course you
Okay,
did.
I grew up
Why
with
is
you. I
that
don't
far
think you've done
fetched?
that
You have phones. I grew up with phones and beepers. You're asking me to think of something that
Our
is
phones
far
where you have to
beyond
walk
my
around
knowledge.
the kitchen to the living room.
Okay,
to talk
I get
to
what you're
people.
saying.
You get me?
It's not gonna happen tomorrow.
It's far
But
beyond our
can
knowledge,
you agree?
guys. Elon Musk can't even prove it right now.
Can you agree that all the little pieces of the shit that's going on would have never been thought about 30 years ago, and that's a little building block towards maybe eventually one day
The reason why I support Randy,
us
what he's
getting
saying,
something like that?
the reason why I support what he's saying, like, look how fast technology has grown from in 30 years compared to 100 years. In 100 years, there was no phone, none of that shit. In 30 years, fucking Bluetooth, wireless, all this bullshit.
Why are you shocked about that? Can you give
I'm
me,
not shocked. I'm
can
just
you give
giving
us
you
a
an
reason
example.
why you think it's
I'm just
crazy?
giving you an example.
But why
of
do you think it's
how
crazy?
you think? No. My reason for this is saying you're saying it's impossible. But look how shit that we thought was impossible 10 years ago is possible already, and we didn't think was gonna happen.
I'm not
and we're already
picking all
there.
the things
So
in the
what
world.
you're saying
though.
is impossible.
I'm not
It could
picking
happen
all the
10
things in
more
the
years.
world. You're using a
boxing
big
match,
spectrum.
Always.
No,
Okay, how
listen,
about this though?
Break!
he's smart.
I agree. I agree.
Neutral corners! Neutral corners!
I agree a lot with Chris.
Let me at him.
It
I
fits
agree
our
a lot with
boxing
Chris.
theme. It fits our boxing theme.
Don't you think, like, when the Wright brothers invented the first plane, a lot of people thought like you? Like, oh, these fucking guys want to put us in the
For
sky?
sure. We have that
to
conversation
fly?
all the time about painting.
They're
the
gonna bomb
caveman who
us
did
and fly
finger painting
planes
probably
and kill us.
hated.
Like, I got
We have that
So you want the
conversation.
killer robots?
No, it's not that I want.
You don't think they
You
will
don't think
happen?
it's possible?
That was metaphorical.
You don't think
what
it'll
I tried
happen?
to say there was I can't wait to the day we're that advanced because while that's happening, there's other shit we're inventing. Contingency.
But my
Talking
brother,
about the
but my
robots
brother, that
killing us.
one day that you think, or you hope one day that
You want to
they,
be part of? You want to be part of
do
a
you really-
rebellion?
do
You
you
want to
really-
be part of a rebellion, bro, in your life?
yo, but that one
The
day that
Rebel
you,
Alliance?
When are we gonna be
I'm
part
already-
of a rebellion against the robots?
yo, but that one
I'm
day
dying
you're
to
talking
resist you
about,
guys.
that one day you're talking about so far, it's not
There's
as far
the
as you
girl.
assume.
I don't think it's as far as you think. man.
Yes, that's what I agree. I don't
Because-
think it's as
Yeah.
far
I
as
don't
you think it is.
that you ever thought you would have this.
Yes.
If you
Okay, but-
if you're honest with yourself, everybody
No.
at this table,
No.
you never would have
Okay, but
thought.
how about,
Hey,
how
you
about
know-
this? though?
you
How
Would you
about,
have thought you had this?
no.
You know,
But
I
how
know it's
about
a
this?
fact.
Hold
He
on.
was the last nigga to get a smartphone.
No, but you
hold
look how
on,
long
hold on.
it took
Don't
to
doubt
get
Ralph,
right.
Ralph,
How
don't
about,
talk.
how about this? How about if you guys are wrong and you guys are just being paranoid,
Yeah.
thinking about the killer robots and all
Yeah,
this?
'cause they saw
and it's not.
Terminator.
And it's
'Cause you
just
saw
going to be
Terminator.
technology taking a
No.
big
Then we'll be
leap
the
forward.
Y2K niggas. We'll be the 2012 niggas. We'll be
That's
the
all
Y2K
you're doing.
dudes.
That's all
Remember
you're
Y2K?
Right.
We're like, oh,
When
Y2K.
the
all you're
computers
doing.
will crash and we'll go back to the cave.
Now
Planes
listen,
will fall
I'm
in the
on
sky.
board. I'm on board. with
Okay,
it,
one
man.
question and one word answer. Are the robots ever gonna kill us? Yes or no?
No,
No.
Yes.
No.
no. We
I
got
say
bigger
no.
guns. We
As
got
much as
bigger
I
guns.
believe, I say no because just like Terminator,
Until
we're
they
gonna
take
win.
your guns.
EMP charge.
Just like,
Boom,
just like
done.
Terminator, we're gonna win.
They
Nigga.
might call Freddy's
We got
wife.
EMP
So you think
guns.
they're gonna try, but they won't succeed?
Yes, I agree with him because
Now
at the
you're
end
gonna
of it
tell
all,
me robots are not? They don't operate on electronic
Yes.
components. EMP charge. Boom.
that's why I agree
EMP
with him.
charge. Like
At
we're
the end of it
human
all, we
beings.
invented it so we can finish it. But I don't believe that it won't happen.
Look, the soft tissue we have here under the
He
skull.
sounded like
It's
John
soft.
Connor.
It blows up really
Soft-
easy.
Yeah, it's soft decayed tissue in our brains. It's the softest thing, right? It has these fucking magnetic things happening, these electro fucking things happening, making us think, right? We can't understand it. It's fucking crazy. We can't understand it. It's what makes all this happen.
You know
Okay,
what?
I want you to invent the robot that one day takes over and not tries to kill us. How about he grows a consciousness like us and then he's our helper?
No, that's when he'd be
He's
fucked up.
your. How
That's
come,
when they-
how come the
that's when
story's
they lose.
always dark?
That's
how
when
about,
he'll lose.
How about
He'll
you
be like,
don't
"Oh,
go
I
with he's
can't
your
kill,
helper? What if he's your helper?
True.
Right.
What if
That's
he's
when
your,
he'll lose.
he's your physical helper for everything? You got a human being that looks like me. He'll never kill you, but he does what the iPhone does. Hey, how do I get to fucking Publix from here? Oh, come, follow me, or go here. Like, I'm okay with that. But
All I
immediately
know-
you guys are like, I'm good with that too, but he has to kill you, asshole, at the end. Like, okay, fine, I'll take
Maybe
it.
one day he's like,
Doesn't
why
the
am I
gun-
always doing this for
the
this
gun
guy? He never
kills
even
you
has
right
a
now.
drink with me. I just go and get his whiskey
Exactly.
all the time.
And he's with this guy, he's snitching on him with his wife.
He's cheating with the robot that goes to this guy.
Like the guns-
And he's like,
Guns are not that advanced, but they're technology.
in a robot's hand?
Compared to an
Have you guys
Indian
seen this
bow, they're
robot? You're going to have to
I
put this
think that's a
robot.
fake footage though. The one that's
No.
shooting and they're hitting it and he's
Yeah,
shooting.
fake.
He looks like IG-88 from
It's
fucking
Target.
The Mandalorian.
It's
Is what he
Target.
looks like. You
It's
saw
fake.
that
I
shit?
think it's fake.
Yeah.
IG-11.
Okay, new question. Redirect. Why wouldn't we want more technology, in your opinion? Is it just the robots killing you? Don't you want to cut your hand here?
No.
Not go to the hospital, just push a button here, and your house
It's inevitable for
fucking
me.
heals you?
I'm good, dude. I don't need more technology.
No, you need.
No,
more
I'm not.
technology.
I'm not. I'm good with it. That's why I know it's inevitable because goes back to the beginning when we started this whole fucking AI shit. It was like I'm on the fence because it's beneficial so much.
Yep.
But at the same time, there's a lot of cons for it. But which one weighs out? Which one better? And that's the problem. They're very close.
Now,
No
you know
one's
why?
winning too much.
You know why we won't die? I'm tell you why. He said it earlier.
Hulkamania.
By the time, if robots can get their own consciousness, we will be half man, half cyborg. That our defense
was the best fucking
is
comment so far.
upgraded.
Yeah.
You feel me? You'll be a cyborg by that time, half man, half machine. You've upgraded, you've enhanced your body. That robots that rise will be like sub-level humans. Like you're so advanced in technology that you're equipped for a defense.
Did
if
you
they
know
want.
that Elon Musk has a company that works on that shit?
Yeah, he's very
Cyber,
paranoid. He's very paranoid.
Right?
And
that
I know he's
and-
smart.
and that's
just because
my
he can
fear.
build a rocket, the guy's genius at building a rocket. But
Neuralink.
if he says leopards are gonna kill us all, like
It's
we just
called
can't jump
Neuralink.
on his shit.
Which makes you like
You're local,
it's a
man.
computer brain interface because our fingers can only move
Why
so fast.
wouldn't that guy think computers are gonna kill us when he fucking lives with them every day? Every day he's talking to them and inventing the ways.
So, but
I'm
then,
sure he's
but
the
then
guy
that
that's
goes,
gonna
but
advocate.
that's the whole fence
Gotta be
thing. Like,
careful.
why would you not listen to the expert? Like, it's hard to say, like, don't listen
Because
to him.
the
At the same time,
expert-
he's the one that knows
because-
the most of that shit. So
Because
he's like, hey,
no,
we're already
you're
there.
wrong. He's an expert in everything else but that statement because there's no material to fucking for it to back that up yet.
True.
He's making a theory. So everybody's like, oh,
As they
theory.
did with cigarettes at one time in this country.
But you gotta let it happen. They have to
And-
show
and
up.
At the time, people were talking like doctors were saying, yeah, cigarettes are healthy for you.
For
Ah.
sure.
And then now there's no doubt that anybody doesn't question that cigarettes will fucking kill you
Yeah,
eventually.
they were saying it'll cure baldness.
Yeah, they would tell you.
All the shit.
Well, I got an argument for that. Not everybody that smokes their whole life dies.
Exactly. They
Everybody
smoke their own-
dies.
No,
No,
they don't.
no.
When have you
Well,
met an
everybody.
immortal?
Okay,
No.
everybody.
Sorry, vampire.
Okay, I
Are we
agree.
taking it back to last
I
No,
week?
he
agree.
let off
Everybody
cigarettes.
dies, but I'm saying not everybody dies from
Right.
smoking cigarettes.
How many people get cancer and don't smoke?
But more people
Yeah.
die of it than not.
According to who?
It's a higher risk.
Statistics that I don't keep. But
It's a higher
they're out
risk.
there.
You take a risk.
According to the truth commercial.
You're getting a bigger risk.
All cigarettes do
No
is they-
doctor today is going to tell you, yeah, smoke,
Listen,
man.
the
Maybe you
cancer-
die, maybe you don't.
cancer's already.
Why are you not smoking
and
anymore?
cancer-
Why are you not smoking anymore?
You enhance
The
it.
reason why I stopped smoking.
Why don't you stop smoking?
When my son was born,
Why?
because he had chronic asthma,
Because it was bad
real bad
for him.
Unfortunately,
and
it
the
always.
doctor said, if you and my wife also smoked, Lisa also smoked, and the doctor said if you guys carry him, even though you're not smoking around him,
It's
it's
gonna
in
be
your
particles.
clothes,
You know what it is?
and it's gonna hurt him.
Smoking is bad. is what you're
Unfortunately,
telling me.
with human characteristics, it usually takes a traumatic experience to make you change to what you're doing. So
behavior.
that's what sucks.
Right.
We normally don't get the pink. Like, I know fucking nuggets are made out of pink slime, but I still go order a 20 piece when I want. I'm hungry, and like,
Delicious pink
knowing
slime, by the way.
that shit
I
is
could go for some
fake,
nuggets right now. though.
and
Yeah,
knowing
you're
that
right.
cigarettes kill me, I smoke a cigarette. Like, but that's the way we are. Like, we don't give a fuck, and that's sad. That's why we will always have a downfall, because no matter what we know the answer, we'll try to like.
That's what Andy Ruiz did.
Exactly.
It all
said,
comes back
I'm gonna
to
eat
Andy
these
Ruiz.
tacos.
It all goes back to boxing.
I don't care. I'm gonna still beat him, but he
He
knew he
ate
couldn't beat
chicken
him.
nuggets.
The 20
Yeah,
piece.
exactly.
He ate the
Fucking
fucking
asshole.
220 pieces. My man, you know how many eggs my man eats? Let
You?
me take a over under on the
Hard
eggs.
boiled, scrambled, what kind of
Hey,
eggs?
no, they're always scrambled.
Scrambled with cheese. How many
Lots
eggs?
of cheese.
7 eggs.
They're not that far off.
Okay. 8?
No, 5.
Damn. That's
Come
a
to
lot.
find out, I thought that was shocking.
Oh shit.
My boy over here, his what was it? Some type of tortilla.
Tortilla española, yeah.
Tortilla
Nice.
pañola. How many eggs you think?
Okay.
8.
9.
You're short. You're short.
10.
Dude, and you were making a big shit out of me?
But look,
Oh,
but
eggs are
look.
good.
I mean, I was fucking
dozen.
like 12 years old.
I go in that
You're
house
telling me
with
about
Yo,
eggs.
but check it out. For us, it sounds weird, but if you think about it, we eat like what? Let's say we eat 2 eggs, 2 pancakes, bacon, all this shit. We eat so much bullshit. They're eating protein. So in a sense, they're kind of like doing the right thing because they're eating the right stuff.
Like Rocky.
We eat like French toast with some syrup, 2 bacons, and a biscuit, and we're adding fucking extra bullshit.
That's
They're
my
eating
Sunday
only
breakfast.
proteins with cheese, so it's like, in a sense, they're kind of right, but it sounds weird to us because we've been programmed like, hey, you don't eat fucking 8 eggs in the morning,
Bad
but
cholesterol.
but there's no wrong or no right. It's kind of like that's why we're in this whole like no one agrees with any idea because everyone has their own fucking way.
What's too many eggs? 2,
Right,
3, 4, 5,
exactly.
12? We don't know.
It's how many you can eat.
Yeah.
That's the right
Look
answer.
how much bourbon we killed in this episode.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
it.
done.
The
bottle's
bourbon is done, basically.
What else can we talk about?
We should wrap it up soon. I don't know what
Yeah.
parting thoughts, real quick. Everybody, 2 minutes tops. Go. What's
2
your
minutes. I believe the
Or
Ruiz
less.
fight was very boring. I believe that AI can become a problem in the future, and I'm in the fence with as far as where technology is going and how it's affecting us on a de-leveling us kind of shit. That's my 2 cents on this whole subject.
GNP Arrow for your logos,
Yep,
shirts,
go to
custom
Instagram,
shirts,
Facebook,
whatever. Hit them
whatever.
up. GNP Arrow. Thank you for coming on, dog.
For sure,
Appreciate
brother.
it.
Always a fucking pleasure.
All right. Over. Parting thoughts.
I'm excited about. I think there's a renaissance in boxing. I'm gonna start watching
Yes.
a lot more. I've been following it. I just don't watch it. Like I know what the hell's going on.
Right.
But after this today, I'm gonna be following a little bit more, a little closer to that.
I recommend it because I know you're a sports
I
fan. so
love fucking
it's-
boxing, dude. The whole.
I was missing out on
shit,
it too for a while.
I did. I missed out once they started getting into all the letters and shit. I kind of lost a little bit on that, but yeah, I'm gonna jump back into the fray on that. On AI, just don't call my wife. I'm gonna be all right with that.
Oh, God, right.
Somebody come up with a program to block calls from
right.
sex robots.
I'm sure there's an app for that.
What about you, Randy?
If
What's
not,
your
someone
2
should
cents?
invent
What
it,
are your
right?
2 cents on
I
that?
think we need to keep an eye. I'm not gonna get all paranoid, but keep an eye on the AI type situation. Watch some boxing, man. There's a renaissance going on in boxing right now in all weight divisions. We got some great champions. Terrence Crawford is good. Of course, everybody knows about Mexican Canelo. What are some other big fighters other than the big heavyweights? We got some good heavyweights right now.
All the heavyweights are good.
Lomachenko's a beast right now.
You guys got to watch Lomachenko.
Yeah.
He's great.
Heavyweight division's kicking it right now, so go watch some boxing, man. It's coming back. You never know. You might get a good fight. You might get a cheesy fight. There's been some great ones
Check
lately.
out Ryan Garcia.
So,
He's the up and coming
yeah,
Mexican guy.
hell
He's
yeah.
good.
So watch
about
some boxing.
AI?
Watch out for the robots. Boxing robots, awesome.
Robots.
Other robots, I don't
Yeah.
know.
How about Rock and Sock'em? You remember those?
Yeah. That movie was good. What was that movie with
Max
with Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman.
something.
Real Steel?
Real Steel. That was
Yeah,
pretty
good movie.
Ralph, what about you in boxing and AI?
Boxing, definitely Ruiz, lay off the chicken nuggets. The boxing is up and coming. I'm digging it once again. And the whole AI thing, man, listen, I'm looking forward to having a lot of metal implants and a lot of cybernetic shit. Fuck it, man.
We used to call your old man RoboCop. I remember that because he had like all fucked up
My dad had
bones and
fucking,
shit, and he had like.
metal bolts all over his
Yeah.
leg. And both of his femurs broken.
So maybe that's just in your bloodline.
It's in my
To
blood.
be a
My
cyborg.
DNA to be a Terminator.
You're like
bro.
Cyborg. You know what I always think about Cyborg? Does like he have functioning shit down there and shit from the DC universe,
why
or is he
not?
just they put his head on a robot?
I'll
Well,
put
like
Yeah, probably.
Put a
a
strap-
adamantium cock.
Yeah.
electrical strap on. Mr.
Cardboard.
Mr. Talking
Anyways.
Trash Can, how do you feel
Okay.
about boxing and AI? Your last 2.
If you're having trouble sleeping, I recommend Ruiz Joshua 2. Boxing has still been pumping. Just keep watching. They're good fighters that'll keep it alive.
That's a good point. Let me stop you
Go
real
for it,
quick
go.
because there's people who's still been watching boxing all this time.
Yeah.
The fans will say boxing never died. We've been
Popular
here.
fighters have died.
The other people left.
Popular boxing has died, but the boxing,
Hardcore boxing has
they're
never
there.
died.
They're fighting.
It's been there.
Mayweather's
They've been fighting.
coming back. Mayweather's coming back to wake it up. Wake up.
Anyways,
Artificial intelligence. 2 words that shouldn't go together. It's either intelligent or it's not. There's no fake intelligence.
That's
So,
good. I never heard
My
that.
point
Very
is,
good.
if we make them smart, we'll be smarter. Like I don't fear them, and I wish we would be alive the day where I could see a robot like actually talk to me. He's thinking instead of me putting the words in there and have to fucking put an algorithm in there. Like, keep it going. That's what I say.
keep going.
We got to get off this rock one day, and you're only gonna do
We need
that
to go to Mars.
You create your partners. And you're a cyborg.
Your
You
wife's
can
gonna get
3D
called by
print
a
and
robot,
clone.
for sure.
You get the fuck out of here. Imagine you get on a plane with a 3D printer, cloning, and your cyborg friend and your Android.
I wish I could clone
Get out
myself.
of here.
Hell
Yeah. We'll talk about that next time. Let's talk
Yeah.
about Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
right.
yield back the rest of my time.
Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with us. If you liked it, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for GNP Arrow.
Click that
Talking
button.
Trash Can over here. Check it out, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
All right,
Hit
guys.
that
All right.
button.